Hey everybody, welcome back to another Sunday Showcase. I'm your host Kyle, and this week I'm playing a game, so I could have either of my co-hosts with me. Is it Chris? Is it Ryan? Who's to say? It's Ryan. Hey Ryan.
Am I a little far or am I a little near?
I'm still full screened, so that was a terrible pun. I mean, maybe people will recognize it from the music, but...
Well, Kyle's far. He's near. We're not there. Whoa, those swords are floating behind you.
Okay, no one can see this yet. Here we go. Hey everyone, we're playing Nier Automata.
This is hot content. I'm going to describe what's happening right now.
No, now I've already moved it down in post. I just did. I wrote the timer.
You ruined it. Good, like WWE, you ruined it.
I ruined the bit. Hey everybody, we're playing Nier Automata.
9S. Why did you
Kyle's
ask
playing.
Pascal about A2?
So,
Yeah.
I've never seen this
It's not
game,
recommended to
Yeah.
interface with
basically.
machines
I've
without
seen a little
consulting
bit of it,
command.
sorry.
Yeah.
I
I'll
saw
get you up
boss
to
fights
speed
where
here
there's like
when they're
little
done
turrets.
talking.
Do I suppose such intense curiosity?
I'm trying to remember what the
We're
fuck
not
this game is
focusing on
called.
the story, are we? Well, I guess we are.
I'm like a little bit. No, like
Well, maybe you should let us talk here for a second then before you just
they
forward.
started talking first, and they're gonna keep
I
talking
know,
regardless.
but,
And that wasn't
you
my fault.
keep going, so we can't
Yeah,
keep,
that's
unless you
not-
want us to talk over them.
It is time for your regularly scheduled contact.
This is
So
too
Kyle,
late.
how much
Nothing
of this
to
game have you
report.
played?
6.5 hours.
I was looking at images
How familiar are you with this
today
product?
Sort of.
Yeah.
I haven't finished any of the
There wasn't
endings
much
yet.
left in the bunker's records, but
Okay.
I
Yeah,
thought
like
it was
I'm decently familiar with kind of the
I think it
structure
would
and
look
stuff,
really
and
nice if you put one of those in your
it's a
hair,
JRPG with, there's endings and there's things going on and robots, but I have not really been exposed to it. And yeah, in honor of Pajanime, we kind of felt like we'd take a look at, well, you kind of, this is your game, so
This
you
is my
picked
game.
it.
I did.
Why don't you talk about what sold you on? Why did you pick it for?
Okay,
Kyle?
so anybody who is familiar with us in anything knows that we are
What you for pick?
we are fans
That's
of
what Yoda.
Yeah, we are fans of the website GiantBomb.com. Giant Bomb, I'll do that guy's thing later. Giant Bomb's Game of the
That's
Year.
a pig. That's a boar.
Oh my god! Giant Bomb's Game of the Year last year discussions had a few candidates. Also, holy shit, I'm getting wrecked, son.
Yeah, you're fighting these pigs.
Yeah.
Who's this little dude with you?
This is 9S. He's just doing... He's my
Okay, what are those
sidekick.
little robots? Okay, those robots
Oh.
look almost like Legos or like...
Yeah,
I
they're...
don't know, they're
weird.
like they kind of look like they're almost out of Portal. Like, like I could see them being like an older version.
Yeah, they're
of,
my pods.
Like, you remember? Did you play Portal 2? There was
Yes.
like a bit in Portal 2 where you go back. J.K. Simmons is the narrator. You go back in time. They look like they were that era's version of like worker bots or something.
Yeah, they're pods. They're kind of your assistants. So I guess we'll back on up. The reason I played the game, Alex Navarro of GiantBomb.com made a very impassioned speech about how it changed his life. I wanted to experience it a bit. I got a little bit into it, and then I don't have as much free time for games as I once did. With us being people who fucking record a lot of shit. Just trying to figure out where the fuck.
Plus, you be waiting tables, son.
Well, and
People come into the chalet, they'd be like, "Give me a quarter chick," and you're like, "Okay."
and I'm like, oh, you
That'll
talk
be
like an idiot, sir.
$20.99, and they're like, "Here's a tip. You're great." And you're like, "Yeah,
Yeah, I
go
mean,
play Nier." No, that's not how it goes.
that's kind of how it goes.
I don't know why you turned into like the Scott Hall waiter. You just, hey, I'm the bad guy
hey,
waiter.
there could
Are you
be
the bad guy? Do you come in with like a wife beater on?
absolutely.
Just sell it.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll just give you like the very, very important parts of the plot so you know what's up. It's like
right,
the year
yeah,
like
the game.
12,000.
Okay.
Humanity.
I can dig
is,
that.
Yeah.
Like
Humanity.
12,000, like, so it's like, okay, past
Yeah, like-
now, yeah. So like
yeah,
10,000
way
years
past
in the
now.
future.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, gotcha.
Not too long in our future, humanity got pushed off of Earth by a machine alien invasion. Aliens built machines
Yeah,
and sent
that's
them
how
here.
that goes.
Yeah, and they built a bunker on the moon, and that's where humanity lives. To try to get their planet back, because that's kind of the only thing that they want to do right now, they built a bunch of androids, and they have them fighting back for it. Two of these androids are right here. 2B, who's this lady, who you play as, and 9S, who's kind of like your sidekick. So,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. Basically,
Like platforming.
our main goal is we want to get. Oh fuck! I went literally back the way I came. It's been a long ass time since I've done this, so I should Sorry that I'm not necessarily up on the hippity hop of what's happening. Yeah, basically, we kind of just get sent on missions. Like, we're basically like military bots. 2B is a really good fighter. B stands for battler, and 9S is a scanner. So he can fight like a little bit, but he's more so like
he'll give you stats on bosses.
Yeah,
or on
and like patterns and like things that we need to know. Yeah. So you notice he only has like one sword with him.
He's your Navi.
2 of them. Oh fuck me! I have this axe thing out now.
Does he constantly bug you like Navi does? Hello,
like
hello.
a little bit.
It's me to be.
Some of the other machines.
Listen, hey! Oh, that got annoying after a while.
Oh, it certainly did. We're still pretty early on, but we're kind of getting like a bit of an idea that like
swing.
Yeah, you kind of have a bit of an idea.
This?
Square Enix, our boys.
I can look it up. Huh?
Square Enix.
No, Square Enix. Square Enix is not a developer, but
no,
okay.
They published it. It was something with a P. Look that shit up, dude. I'm playing a game.
Something with a P.
Yep, I saw the icon when I didn't know. Don't know how this is gonna go. Well, apparently. Yeah. So basically, we just kind of follow orders.
Something with a P. Platinum developed it.
Oh well, that makes sense. that makes a little bit of sense.
The head designer was Takashishi Tara. I think, if I remember correctly, one of the head designers of this game is someone who always shows up on E3 wearing like a big head instead of like his real face.
I could
like
get
some
down
weird
with that.
big head. Yeah.
Oh, I am dead.
It's like a unique developer. Anyway, yeah, okay. Platinum. Yeah. You know, the action combat guys, the guys who did Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yeah. Did they really?
Revengeance. Or whatever, Metal Gear Rising or whatever.
Oh, that's not the same thing as Metal Gear Solid 5.
Well, whatever. It came out in numbered form. If they weren't doing the George Lucas or whatever, we'll just release things all over the timelines at any point. Don't get me wrong, that's okay. That's an okay thing to do because it's just like, oh, we got so much going on. But you can't start out, release 1, then release 2, and then be like, I'm going to go back in time and release 1 here, and then I'm going to release 2, but they're in the future, and then we're going to release 1 in the middle of it all. What now? That's Metal Gear, so no, I can call from when they came out. I'm pretty sure after.
Well, there was more in between that. Like, if you want to be technical, Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2 were before Metal Gear Solid 1.
Yeah, but I said Metal Gear Solid, right? Like, if you don't think about the NES games, because I totally forgot about those just now. But if you don't think about
who's
them,
the big boss?
Then it was like number 5, right? Because it was Solid
Probably.
2, where Raiden was introduced. Then there was 3. Then 4, right? Not including side games, right?
Oh, are we not counting Portable Ops and fucking... No, because Revengeance and like Rising... Like, those games are fucking side games, too.
Yeah, but Rising featured a character in the mainline games. Like, it was all about a character.
So did Portable Ops and the other one.
Yeah, but I mean, they weren't full-fledged titles. They were like portable games. I feel like Revengeance was just like... Also, Revengeance is noted because they let Platinum develop it, which is what I was bringing reference to.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Did I just come back to it? You know what?
Also, Revengeance is crazy.
There's another way I can go here.
That might be the best Metal Gear game anyway, honestly.
Yeah. So yeah, we've been led to believe
like they understood Metal Gear better than Kojima.
Maybe a little bit. We've been led to believe that all the
Kojima takes himself a little too seriously, in my opinion. He's like just a hair away. He needs a little more Marvel in him. You know what I mean? Just
Maybe
a little
he's
more
like
make fun of
joke.
yourself. Yeah. But sometimes he's not. Sometimes the joke needs to be that it's a joke. You know what I mean? That it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
What he's doing is ridiculous. And I feel like there are times where I mean, he put a baby in that face or whatever. In Norman Reedus' stomach.
He did do that. That was a thing he did.
I just said those words. You know what? Nobody who does that should take anything seriously, right?
Shouldn't,
hard to know.
But no one should make a
How
game
much in this game is taken seriously?
So far,
speaking of that stuff.
Yeah. So far, it seems fairly serious. So we've been led to believe that all the machines that are here are soulless killing machines. So like, don't feel bad about murdering them.
Okay,
but
these
we've run
weird,
into this
like dwarven robot kind of thing. Yeah, these things.
Yeah.
These things kind of look like Star Wars robots.
Yeah.
Like they're junkers.
Yeah, they are, but they also are like super chill and nice and have personalities, which is like the opposite of what we had been told back at Command.
That's the other thing I was going to ask. How much personality have you found in the game?
Quite a bit so far.
Like outside, obviously, you're saying the game takes itself pretty seriously, but I'm assuming there's still some charm.
Yes, there is.
That's cool.
Yeah. So this is one of the really cool things is that It sort
You
of
went into
has
that vending machine.
Yeah, I did. It sort of has permadeath, Ryan. When you lose a body...
You just went into that vending machine.
Yep. And I'm losing this body, and I'm transferring my consciousness into a different body. Yes, I did.
You went into the machine anyway.
Yeah.
That was crazy cool. That was a cool animation.
Yeah. So the vending
This
machines are where
reminds
you
me of
save.
like Ghost in the Shell or something right now. This is
Yeah,
rad.
it's... Look, I haven't seen that, but like I know like some of the basic points, and yeah, kind of.
But you look the same.
Yeah, well, I haven't. We have a bunch of
Whoa,
like 2B
that's
bodies.
did you just fast travel?
Yes.
Oh, so you fast traveled from a vending machine grid network. So it's like Tron vending machines. This
Yeah,
is
so they're
amazing.
designed to look like vending
Fuck
machines.
the rest of this game. We need to build something inside of this network.
Yeah. So basically,
Get Elliot here
you
from
notice that
Mr.
this
Robot. Rami Malek.
yeah, your boy.
Or Hacker
this
Man from Kung Fury or Kung Fury. What was that?
Yeah, Kung Fury. Yeah. So this one doesn't look like a vending machine because it's like the ones out there
It's
look like vending machines. So that
I still
people
buy
can't
that's
sell.
a vending machine. That's military grade vending machine right there, son.
Well, it's like designed to be
You know
like a
what I mean?
save thing. The vending machine isn't that real vending
Yeah,
machine.
but I mean
it's
like
a
the
disguise.
aesthetic. Like if you were to try to place the other, okay, so if we were to say the other one's a vending machine, put it in our universe and like reskin it, it's a vending machine.
Sure.
Put this in that in our universe and reskin it, it's still a vending machine. It's just a vending machine for instant meal rations or whatever on the field, or for body armor and weapons.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're in there. It's for you actually. Photographs accepted.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck. I'm not dealing with that shit
These
right now.
places look familiar.
No,
One
they
looks
don't,
like
Linus.
the amusement park. One looks like the desert, and one looks like the forest.
Yeah.
Let's keep
Okay,
on.
open world here. Let's see. How is the game visually? And I've heard criticism-wise, that is one of the things that some people do not like about the game is that it is.
So because we're on like a
apparently
barren ass
not
fucking
very-
dystopian planet,
But
like
next time
it's
we're in any
very.
of those areas.
This is about as green as it gets.
Yeah, but I just mean like muddy is one of the things I've heard.
Yeah, like I think it
described
fits
about the
thematically,
visuals.
but it's not a very pretty game
Like
because
the
of that.
textures aren't really super amazing. Is one of like look at that bus. There's something about
Yeah.
like that's not a great bus outer bus texture. That's kind of just like generic rust paint. There's nothing
Yeah.
going on there.
Yeah, it's like fine.
That's no Uncharted.
not a
You know what I
selling
mean? Like
point.
that's no.
Yeah. No.
I'm not here to rag. I'm just saying.
No, no. I mean,
that's-
like
I'm
you're
just-
here as an independent
Those are the
observer,
criticisms
Ryan.
I've heard. Is that the environments that you're running around in aren't exactly very impressive or
Yeah.
memorable, right?
No, you're definitely
So
mostly
do you
here for
find
the
this game
story.
like open worldly? Like, is it kind of more like something like a Zelda, where it's just like you have an open world playground that's more of a hub, and then you can go around to different places and dungeons and stuff?
Yeah, like dungeon-wise, not so much, but like location-wise, like yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't call any of those locations dungeons, but yeah. Also, this is my favorite way to kill enemies: run away from them.
Well, I mean, do you fight bosses in them?
Yep, you definitely. Oh, but like you can fight bosses.
Like,
pretty much
remember,
anywhere.
don't think of dungeons as an aesthetic word.
Yeah,
Dungeons
no.
as a video game word, meaning a place you go to fight a hordes of enemies in their lairs, right? It doesn't matter if that's a giant skyscraper or a hole in the ground or
I know what you mean, but it's like
a garage, right?
They're areas
It's
that
all
you'll
just a
revisit,
dungeon.
and they're like you'll go to these same areas and you'll have different things happen. So one of the things I should mention, since we're coming across this right now, connecting to the network, anytime somebody dies, you can come across their body, and you have options with it. You can just kind of like bail, or you can get some
Cursed child saw conquering invaders below dark skies.
Yeah, these are just like
cryptic.
random messages you can set to yourself. You can either repair the body and have it kind of run around with you, or you can retrieve it, and you get some of its shit. So one of the cool things
Yeah, I
for
was
this
gonna
game,
say this. So you retrieve it. What happens to it then? Is it like sent? What do we?
yeah,
in
well,
some
we got
Final
52
Fantasy
gold
10
from
here?
it and some moving speed up, counter, and anti-chain
Where did it
damage.
go? That's the question. Did it just get reabsorbed
ether?
into the Matrix?
Yeah. So
Hanging
one of the
out
cool
with
things
Morpheus?
with this game is there's kind of like a Dark Souls aspect to it. So you saw that I hit level 17 during this fight, right?
Uh-huh.
If I die before I save, I'll be level 16 again until I find my body, because I haven't basically. When you
have to
save,
go to a
you're
vending machine or whatever. And
yeah, you're
sync?
reloading
Okay.
your consciousness into the Matrix.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like
That's
right
fair,
now, like if 2B has to respawn in a new body, she doesn't have any of the experience that she's gotten since her last save, right? So she can get that back by saving, but that's like kind of the only way to do it. Also, this pig thing is kind of a pain in the ass. I'm just gonna. What's up? Oh yeah, here's another cool thing that happens.
Yeah.
The VI gets all or the video gets kind of all fucked up when you get injured. Like the sound gets a little bit worse, and because you're a robot that's all jacked up.
That's not anything new.
I don't know. I like it. I didn't say it was new.
I mean, like they do the same effect in Call of Duty and a million other AAA games.
Yeah, but it's like it's more robot-y, right? It makes sense for a robot. Like
sure. I mean, yeah, but it also makes sense for anybody. The more you get weakened, the more you.
Yeah, but
all your senses start to
like
suck.
2 minutes later,
suddenly you hear nothing but ringing, and you hear nothing but nothing. Then the sounds go dimmer, and you can barely see, and you know what I mean. Like that all happens to people too if you get hit and shot and weak. I mean, I agree. It's a good visceral effect. I'm just saying that's just a good effect of AAA games.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Of which this is, I believe. I mean, it's
I think so. Also, the VI that you have.
I'm sure they've had that effect in some of their other games too.
Probably.
I would bet. I'm sure that's even in Metal Gear Rising.
I would guess probably.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I remember it in. It wasn't in another Metal Gear game. Like that's a common. I'm trying to think because it's a pretty common modern effect. I don't remember when that. I'm trying to remember now when I first remember seeing that. You know what I mean? Like when they started to do, instead of health bars, you're like you might even have a health bar, but as a signal when your health bar goes low or when you're about to die, it's like, hey, your whole surroundings get completely
fucked up.
Messed up.
One thing that's really cool is that 2B is entirely customizable, so you can custom it. You have like these slots that are up here, right? And as you level up, you get more memory space. And
is this just okay? So
they're combat things, but you also like your HUD take up spots.
Is this just combat stuff? Is there any aesthetic changes?
Not that I found so far, but I'm still like I said, pretty early on.
So like your skin that you have currently is the only skin you've encountered.
I've had so far. I believe that there are other ones just based off of listening to other things, but like
this is.
Yeah, like I can decide that if I want more combat power, I can get rid of my mini-map, my objectives, and like a text log or enemy data, right?
Okay, I see.
You have your operating
so
chip.
Your HUD is actually that's an interesting dynamic. So your HUD is actually takes up skill slots.
Yes.
And you have to kind of micromanage, and if you don't rely on or if you don't find your playstyle requires a specific HUD, like personally, I don't require. Like if it was me, I would get rid of the XP gauge. I mean, I
like having it so that I know when I'm close to a level up because you get you get a health
but wouldn't
restore.
the screen still say you've leveled up when you level up, even though you don't still your XP gauge, right?
I don't remember
because that's usually a notification, right? A notification is different than.
Yeah, I'm not sure. You do also have your OS chip, which if you remove it, you lose the game. Well, you get one of the other endings. I did that after saving once, and you get like a new ending because you literally just killed her. Because, I mean, there was a scene like that in The Matrix, right, where you unplug it while you're inside and you're not at a jack-out point, but just die. Yeah.
You just fall down. It's over.
Cool.
You're done.
So where?
It's that death thing.
It's like it's like cool that it's like you know what you can fucking pull this thing out of your head if you want to. Like don't do it.
Yeah, it's cool that you can do it in the game and it's a thing. Yes, I
like it.
It's yes, I agree that it is cool that you can do it in the game.
And like I usually try to do with games, I started this one with English subtitles.
Oh man,
Japanese.
those cars are right out of that Fortnite map.
Yeah.
This machine is still alive.
So destroy it.
Maybe we should hold off.
That's a default?
Its main drive has been trashed, so there's no way it can attack us. And we might be able to learn something interesting if we study.
I'd have to learn about this boy voice actor. He sounds like someone I listen from Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. So yeah, I tried doing it with, like I usually like to do, is English subtitles, Japanese voice acting. But they talk so much during combat that I found I was missing plot points. I don't necessarily think that the English voice actors are bad, but I liked the Japanese ones better, as I usually do. It just wasn't worth the trade-off of like, losing plot,
Yeah, like I'm kind of generally pro sub myself in most cases.
Yeah, but usually like
if
you
the
don't
dub
have
is
to
good,
read and do stuff.
Like even if the
time.
sub is better, if the dub is good, I'll generally go dub because it's like, especially as you get older, sometimes you don't want to read the screen, It's not that I can't. It's not that I'm going to judge people who do, right? I still do it myself often. It's just sometimes you're like, I want to be able to close my eyes while I listen to this for a second. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But like
stuff
also like
that.
Important plot can happen in the middle of a fucking combat sequence. Like it's
that's for a game, obviously. Yeah. But I'm just talking in general.
Oh yeah, like when you're watching a show. Yeah, it's a very different experience when you're doing subs opposed to dubs. But like, if I'm gonna sit down and watch Death Note, I'm gonna watch that in fucking Japanese every time because goddamn is Light's voice acting terrible in English.
Yeah.
compared to like that Japanese dude, kind of
Oh,
kills
that's
it.
cool. You
It
can
was
hover
cool.
on the little bot there.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You can like you won't take
Yeah, like,
there's
I
fall
like the
damage, but
aesthetic.
you'll never
Like, that's
take
the
fall
thing.
damage.
As generic as some of the assets are, it's still a cool looking world.
Oh yeah,
It's
I
still
like
got
it
a
a
good
lot.
sense of place. The music is thus far pretty immersive.
I like the
I
music.
feel like
a lot.
this came out last year, correct?
Yes, in North
Yeah,
America.
like,
I don't know if
I
it
feel
came
like
out before that in.
I feel like
somewhere else.
there's a new trend right now in open world games.
Oh,
It's
fuck!
like very minimalist on the music front. To like instead try to invite you to just like get engaged more in the world and the sounds of the world. You know what I mean? Like what's happening right now, like the quiet footsteps of you running on the grass, right?
Yeah, and then the metal.
Things like that. Yeah, and on the metal. And
Yeah, and I mean, they'll
like, if you
crank
think
it up
of
when it
all
matters,
the big
right?
open world games that came out last year, like Zelda, Assassin's Creed, like all of them. Been playing Mad Max, which came out in 2016. Also doesn't have much of a. So it's an interesting approach.
Yeah.
Just like
They
light
definitely crank it up
sounds.
for, like,
No Man's
boss
Sky
fights and
didn't have
stuff.
much of a soundtrack except for at certain moments.
Also, didn't have much of a game, Ryan.
Did you hear they're gonna put full multiplayer in? That was just announced.
Yeah,
today.
no, I
crazy.
follow John Drake on Twitter. He retweeted that.
Yeah,
Love John
it's crazy.
Drake.
I've checked that game out a little bit. It's weird. It's okay.
It is weird. Yeah.
It's like Terraria.
It was a very big
If it's
disappointment.
multiplayer,
'cause it
if
was
it's
just-
multiplayer now, maybe it'll actually be worth going into as a group.
Yeah.
And building a giant base and fucking around.
Depending on
Like,
how
I
good
feel
that
like,
stuff
provided it's not Destiny. Well, no, it can be Destiny. Never mind, that's okay. As long as we can do a private server, you know what I mean. As long as it can just be the four of us, me, you, Shane, Chris,
is. Yeah.
or however many of us can do it, and then we
Yeah.
just do a bunch of. Because that's been my holdup with it right now. Is I start it and I'm just like, this is really
What the
fun and
fuck
all,
am I
but
supposed
like,
to do with this
if I
guy?
was gonna play the casual mode that they have, which is like you basically just have all the vehicles and everything unlocked, and it's just a matter
Oh, I
of
can
playing
do
with
that
all
from
the
here.
tools and going from planets, right? I'm like, if I was gonna do this, I'd rather do this with a group of people, because it's like there's gonna be busy work involved in doing this, which is like I feel like that's the whole point of those experiences.
Yeah. Okay, so we're trying to repair this thing. so we can
Terraria
learn
was
more
always
about the
okay on
machines.
its own, right? But Terraria was way better in groups, like infinitely.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that one Terraria map we built
Yeah, with Damien.
with the crazy thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
The Cloud Fortress.
Yeah, and then we had that underwater thing. A bunch of shit going on.
Yeah, we did. We should do that at some point. I think that would be a really good. What the fuck am I?
Meanwhile, we got Starbound.
Yeah, but I was always
It's the
I
same
was
game, just with more.
I liked Terraria better.
What? It's the
Simpler.
same game with more. I
Yeah,
don't
but-
understand.
So it's easier to navigate. and
People
shit.
could say the same thing about my Oblivion Skyrim arguments, right? Because I like Oblivion better, but
Me too.
Skyrim's essentially the same game with more, and it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's the Skyrim's the same game with not only more but better. The combat's better, the magic's better, it's all better.
Still not sure any of this is a good idea.
The more data we have, the
Moment to
better,
moment,
right?
I enjoy Skyrim infinitely better. But as a world and just a game, and from
Tamriel.
start to finish, Oblivion's just more my jam. I don't know.
Yeah, or
This would probably be the
Cyrodiil,
same case here.
Yeah. And
Anyway,
just, you know, like,
speaking of, so what are you gonna showcase? You don't really know, right?
yeah,
Are
I'm
we
just
in
kind
side mission territory here, or there's
Well,
a deer
You know what?
or a moose? Go hunt it. You can't just leave these moose. Oh yeah, here we go. They're what? They charged you a level 15 moose.
Yeah, these guys
Shit.
don't fuck around. Right, it's been
Where
10,000 years
are
in
we?
the
Are we in
future.
Canada right now?
I mean, maybe.
Mooses running across the street? No, we can't be in Canada. Way too many skyscrapers. I don't know about you, but I don't know many Canadian cities that look like this. Even Toronto,
It's
one of our cities
10,000
of
years
ci-
from the
of
future.
cities-
Who knows
Dude,
what happens?
look at all this brick. Look at all this brick. This shit. This isn't the type of brick that's been. Look at that school bus. Look at this shit. The aesthetic. That ain't That ain't a 10,000 years in the future school bus. These were. This was shit from our day.
Or
100%.
like 100 years from now, where we also built all this shit. This could be Toronto.
No, dude. The things that keep the longest are this type of shit. Brick, especially, and concrete. Like this shit, it decays over time, like it has. But like, when you go like, have you done any traveling? I don't remember. Have you done any like
In
seeing?
life?
Have you, I
Oh,
guess we
yeah.
did- yeah, you went and saw that old building with us in. Oh yeah, these vending machines are fucking great.
Casa Loma.
Yeah, in Casaloma. But like when I was in Newfoundland, we went to like the most easternly point, right? I've been there a couple times, and there's like this old run-out World War II like bunker ruin and stuff, right? And all this stuff, and it's all like there's all this concrete stuff, and it's just like, despite that being like almost. Eventually, it's going to be 100 years. That stuff's going nowhere unless the weather takes it away. You know what I mean? It's just.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It could be 10,000 years in the future. Like, think of the pyramids, right? Those were millions. Like, how long ago was that, right? Like, that was a long time ago. Wasn't it at least a million?
No. Pyramids were like.
Were they before Jesus?
Yeah, but only a couple thousand years before Jesus.
Okay, a couple thousand.
We're talking about like 4,000 years ago.
When the pyramids were built.
Ish, yeah.
We're gonna Google that one, just to be on the exact up and up.
Yeah, Ryan, you have some work to do. Google machine.
Yeah, the earliest it was constructed, the Pyramid of Djoser, constructed 2630 BC to 2611 BC. Ago. Yeah, built during the third Egyptian dynasty. Right? Yeah. And look at that stuff. That stuff still stands to a degree. Like, that stuff stands a long time.
That stuff was also a marvel of engineering because they just threw slave labor at it until it fucking broke.
Exactly. So what will happen is people will just abandon the cities as the weather becomes shitty in like places like on the coast and stuff over the next 10,000 years, and then all the buildings and stuff that were there when the weather erodes will be what you were exactly walking around in right now. Old concrete 10,000-year-old buildings. You're gonna walk in and just be like, the New York Times from 2007. Oh, great. What's hip at that time? I don't even remember. What was hip in 2007?
2007? Wow. Oh, fuck.
What's this one of your current... You were in on the edgy... Wasn't that one of your trendy years? Yeah.
Do you think I was ever trendy, Ryan?
I mean, I think everyone at some point in their life was of the generation where everything that was kind of happening, that was getting like pop culture news, and you know what I mean? Because generally, people will talk about a movie that they like that historically... most people from every other generation, with a few exceptions, will dislike. They'll be like, oh, okay, that I can place you.
Yeah.
Once you tell me that, I feel like certain movies are of that. You know what I mean? I feel like certain Adam Sandler movies are of that.
Yeah.
Austin Powers
here, I'll
movies.
give you mine.
Go ahead.
Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were gonna say.
Yeah.
I see it. And now that's already played out, right? That's if you're one of those people. It's just like it's to the point where even like. You know, like even the Tony Stark snarky Marvel humor is too much for some people because it's just so played out. They're just like, nope, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I know some people who just will like instantly turn away at a Nathan Fillion character in most things now, and I'm just like, I don't know what's wrong with these people.
Yeah, right.
You're insane.
Gary.
There's like, so what? So what? That his character's snarky. That's okay. Not everyone needs to be. You know what I mean?
His character is wonderful in everything he does.
The character was a bit of an asshole. Still is a bit of an asshole in everything he's in, usually. But that's okay. You've seen Season 2 of, what's it called? Snicks? The Snicks? The Lems? That's my code name for it. The Lems.
Santa Clarita Diet? Or what are you talking about?
No, the Lems. I was talking about not...
Oh, Lemony Snickets. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, no, I was talking about Nathan Fillion. Yeah, I was talking about his role in that. He's kind of a bit of an asshole in that, too. He's a charmer.
Yeah, but, I watched those things in, like, 3 days apart, so I kind of...
I know. That's why I was telling you to watch Hap and Leonard. It's only 6. Anyway, we're here on the Sunday Showcase. We're focusing on Nier. See, these environments are easy to get lost. We're focusing. You're chasing around chess right now, so I'm sorry for being a little.
No, that's fine. We're focusing on fucking around, having a good time. That's what the Sunday Showcase is about. I'm trying to find.
You're in a red dot right now. You're looking. The UAV's online. You need to find the bogeys.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking for the. I actually am looking for bogeys. If that, believe it or not.
Really?
There's Yorha Betrayers. Hell yeah, dude.
Okay, there was one right over there. Didn't you see him? Can't you mark him?
They're somewhere in this giant circle.
Place marker.
Yeah, I'm inside of the circle. This is me.
Oh, okay. Well, I saw a red dot over there that was a Yohar Betrayer. That's what I'm saying.
It was a question mark.
Dude, you didn't see what I saw one, and when you hovered over it was like Yohan Betrayer.
Yeah, it said the same thing here. Watch. Current location. Yorha Betrayers.
Oh, okay, there you go.
So, right? Same thing over here.
Yeah.
Now, admittedly, there is a question mark that's more specific.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, let's get specific here.
Well, this one's also really hard to find, so I'm going to go for this one. Oh, that was the one I was looking at before. Whatever, I'm doing it anyway. Fuck it. I didn't know I could do this before. This is much better.
That's a dope slide.
Yeah. 2B doesn't give a fuck, dude.
Whoosh, 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 whoosh. like the sound it makes. It sounds like you're gliding on the sky.
Yeah, it's pretty great. Oh fuck! I probably have to.
What's
like,
his name?
actually...
Like, didn't Goku do that at one point when he was a kid? Like he was always.
He had the
around in some
Nimbus,
little
the
puffed
Nimbus
cloud.
cloud. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
he still
what
had that for a
that's
little
what
bit in Z.
That's what in my mind traveling on that sounds like. You know what I mean? It sounds like you're like shooting air out of the back of a vacuum.
Yeah,
I don't know
you're not
why I
that
think
far
the
off, to
cloud
be
would make
honest.
noise, but it's just like whoosh, whoosh. That works.
Why am I supposed
like
to be
it.
heading towards that place? That's fucking silly.
What do you think they actually did to make that sound? Do you think they just grabbed a sound from the internet, or did they come up with a sound on their own, or just something else entirely?
That's a good question.
I think you could get away with recording, like getting real close to someone shoveling snow, and get that same sound effect, and like mess with it.
Yeah, like the Foley artist. That's what they would do.
Yeah.
Snow shoveling.
Yeah.
The fuck? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was fucking on. Fuck you.
You're just murdering all these nice robots. Why?
No, these
What
ones
did they do?
attacked
I thought
me.
you said they're all charming.
No, some of them
Yeah,
are.
but they attacked you, but aren't they the same ones that talk to you?
Some of them.
Do you know why they
Those ones
attacked
were
you?
like weirdly like cool.
So-
Most of the robots have been dicks. Sorry, I should have been clear about that.
What?
These guys attacked me. What do you mean, like what?
How many different areas have you been to?
Like 3 or 4. There's like a desert that's kind of
Okay,
rad.
how big are these areas generally?
Decent
speaking?
size.
Okay, scale-wise, like compare. As big as a Skyrim, smaller.
So the map area that I've accessed so far, I don't know if it's bigger or not, would take me about 10 minutes to run across, probably.
Okay. I suppose you can just zoom out in the mini-map.
Well, I did like, but it doesn't give you map that you haven't had access to before, so I don't know if there's bigger like, you know.
But it should give you scope, right? If it keeps zooming at a certain point, you can fill in blanks. We'll look at the map here when you get a second. What the hell are those things? Those things look okay.
Oh, they do damage. That thing's level 25.
This is like those things are nightmares. Those
Yeah.
things are like legitimately scary. What? And then they shoot little blue or purple orbs. Oh, okay, he's just dumping into the air. Okay, that's just okay. He's not even trying to hit you with that one. He's just like, look at me, I'm cool. You know what? He's right. He is kind of hauntingly cool. He looks like the type of enemy that a child would invent to fight the character.
Oh my god!
Okay. He just went Omega.
He just went full fucking laser face.
And
Also,
I
this
stand
is-
by my statement. He 100% looks like the type of thing that is conceived to be like a nightmare toy as an enemy in Toy Story.
Yeah,
It's
that
just
was
like, here's this nice little robot, and then he's got machine guns for arms, and for some reason also shoots purple fucking laser beam orbs and his Goku. What up?
Yeah, he was made by Sid. If it's
Also,
Toy
they're
Story.
way higher level than you if you aren't aware, so you're fighting way above your pay grade right now there.
Yeah, I'm punching up.
Yeah, like by 6 levels here. That ain't a small number. I don't know how the scaling works, but that ain't a small number. If you
Oh, look,
were a
I'm doing
boss,
okay.
you might
I've
actually
also
be
got,
wrecked.
I've also got 9S with me though,
That's true.
and this little. Fucking
This is the
pod
footage
thing.
I've basically seen of this game of other like a boss fight, just like waves of.
It's
little
kind of like
robots
this,
shooting orbs. Boom,
but
that's
more
a nice
rad
explosion.
music. And they're usually like they'll have dodge patterns.
What was
stuff to make
that?
them a little
Oh,
bit
that was. I
easier.
think that was just a moose in the distance.
Oh, sorry, I didn't.
A muddy moose back there. Oh yeah, it was. Oh, that's a car.
Use spawn fire to force him to stop.
Okay.
What?
What the fuck is this?
What's this guy? Hi, there's a jukebox.
That moose just ran. Did you see that shit?
Hey, I remember you from the other day.
I don't
Hey, you
remember
met
this guy at
person
all.
before, apparently. Sorry, I got started and ran away, or rolled away, I guess.
I don't remember this guy at all.
Man, that face is right out of Persona. Anyway,
Yeah,
my
it
name's...
is.
Okay, want to buy something? I've got the best prices anywhere.
Oh, sure.
Hey, he's the merchant!
Oh,
Voice
he
acting
sells.
for him, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Shit. Is that just like permanent? Is that? Oh yeah, that's a skill,
I'd
right?
have to slide them
these
into
kind of skills.
They're chips.
Oh yeah, the chips that you put into chip slots, but they're
Yeah.
on the skills tab. So
Oh, that would
like
have
in the
been
menu,
really
in
good.
your inventory, I'm saying it's called skills, but that's okay.
It's called chips in the
It might
inventory.
be chips.
But, yeah.
No, but the tab says skills on the inventory.
Yeah,
There's
but
a
then
skill
it's,
tab.
there's other things inside of that too. I'm gonna sell some of this shit. 'Cause
Gold ore. Is this stuff only good for selling?
I have no
Oh
idea.
wait, go back to okay. Whoa! We gotta whoa. Go all the way back to copper ore. Stop. We're gonna read these because there's a little story here. or containing copper. It's usually mined, but for some reason this stuff is lying around everywhere. Okay.
That's not a
Hint,
story.
hint. Weird. Mined or yes, it is. Containing iron. Iron can be extracted by heating it to 3,000 degrees in a furnace. Okay, that's good to know. That's yeah.
Everyone's learning
Human
about metal.
history states silver was used to defeat demons, but machines seem impervious to silver. That's great. That's a good little bit. Gold ore.
Made
Mined
for
ore
used to
containing
make
gold.
iPods.
Humans treasured gold as a valuable mineral, but to machines
It's worthless. Yeah. Rusted clump.
Oh, rusted bead of ore. Yeah.
Titanium.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Memory alloy. Okay. Only when there's a longer one, you know, because it seemed like there was. I just saw one that referenced the old past, and I was like, okay, that's.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
lot of if you do a lot of reading,
That stuff's
you can get
useful to read, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think book thought to be a dictionary. That's good. Yeah, get rid
mean-
of that. You don't need to do that. You're
Yeah.
religious, right? Book burning. Everyone must be dumber. But this music is amazing.
Yeah, we got
This music.
Mr.
Have you ever? Did you ever see Bill Murray movie Stripes?
No.
It's a movie where him and a guy from Ghostbusters, I believe. You know, the guy.
Which guy?
Yeah, I'm looking now. That's because I don't remember everyone's name.
Winston?
Harold Ramis,
Oh, okay.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the one who passed. Yeah,
that's sad.
it's them two as like basically two slackers who just decide to like impress. I believe they decide they're going to impress women because they're like, you know, just bar hounds and just kind of hanging out. Like they're basically your typical Quentin Tarantino guys. You know what I mean? If you saw Reservoir Dogs,
Yeah.
or Swingers, and then they decide, okay, we're going to impress our ladies by getting into the military, and then it's like a slacker military comedy, and it's got some great stuff in it. It's one of Bill Murray's better movies, in my opinion. But yes, this music is like 100%. There's like a point where they steal a military truck to take out some ladies, you know, because that's what you do. And like, oh, we're going to go to this place where this crazy jet is. And as they're stealing and doing their hijinks, they play music. Well, it's very, very, very similar to this.
But of course.
It's like, it's kind of like military-esque, but like comedy, you know what I mean? High beat. High tempo, if you will.
There we go. Okay.
Oh,
I just
good
wanted to
movie.
buy Auto.
So what did you buy here? Well,
I haven't
was saying
bought
my
anything
Bill
yet. That was
Murray
all
story. What
selling.
did you? Oh, okay. You were just selling, yeah.
Yeah. What I want to buy is. Which one was it? Auto Heal. After 6 seconds of not taking damage, restore 3.6% of your HP per second. That's going to save me a lot in healing items.
This character is amazing,
Got
Emil.
a trophy for come take a
Whoa,
look.
whoa, whoa! Yeah, don't leave. I didn't ask that.
It won't let me leave until he's
Yeah,
done.
we don't want to know where you live.
Like, this is as far as I can walk.
No, don't walk away is what I'm saying.
I'm not. I'm just walking in circles.
Oh, well, okay. Why don't you just stand still? I was like, I got ADD. I can't.
I got my sexy walk going.
Give me my Ritalin.
Look at that. Look at that walk.
Dun 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 dun
Oops.
dun dun.
I am going to, real quick, do the skills. So this is one other thing I didn't mention previously, but you can have multiple setups for your skills. So one thing that I realized that I should do is make one that's like legit all movement speed. Because, oh, interesting. Those ones are maybe not usable yet. I'll just go back to the one I'm using. I've kind of haven't been like doing like this, switching things in and out, which is apparently useful, but I'm not really up to that level of skill yet. Where did that?
Man, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna do that this weekend. Totally just sold myself. I'm just looking at the cast list for Stripes again. I'm like, right, that did have people from SCTV on it, like Flatterdy and Dave Thomas, and like, right, that was good. Anyway,
Yeah. Where the fuck
I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna watch a bunch of Bill Murray movies this weekend. I think. Have a good time. Classics.
Oh, that takes up some spots.
Oh wow, that's like a 3 slots. Okay, but it gives you auto heals, which I mean,
Yeah, that's a lot of slots it takes up. I'll wait until I'm a little bit stronger. I will throw in an extra one of these guys, though, for now. Yeah. One thing you can also do if you're not like into that stuff
okay,
at
so you
all
have different
is
types. So like if you
you can
so
just-
you can set presets and then just be like, hey, this preset's for, you know, maybe if I want to be a little more aggro, this preset's if I want to be a little more auto heal or something, or like
Yeah.
etc. Yeah,
Yeah,
I see.
Yes.
So what's the, okay? Can you go back into the inventory for me for a second?
Sure.
Okay, we're gonna look at a few things here. I have some questions.
Yeah.
Since we'll still be here a bit. So first of all, go back to skills. So what's a pod program versus the
So
pod?
that
Obviously
thing that's
the chips were the different things you were purchasing that basically are skills. Okay, so this is your gun.
Yeah, like,
right?
I think it was doing.
Or your
yeah,
laser, I
fucking-
guess.
Yeah.
And then the other one's your missile. So Gatlin and missile.
can equip
are
two
these like?
different
Are these
pods.
the? So those are the floating pods around you, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, you see
you
I
were
have that-
essentially equipping. You were equipping weapons on one of them, and then the skills like the auto heal on the other.
No, the auto heal is like falls into that chip thing. So I'll show you. See if I can remember how to
Okay,
do
well,
it. But
okay, yeah, it's a plug-in.
the
chip, so
Gatling
so that has
is-
nothing to do with the pods. So
Right.
those are the two. So essentially, the inventory slot for those two different pods was right in there in that pod screen. Okay.
how do I?
I also want to take a look at the map for a second too.
Yeah. So laser is its own thing, and it has
Okay.
like a cooldown mark there. And I have the
Oh, you
Gatling
totally
gun.
forgot about it. Yeah.
I did forget. Oh, I forgot how to use it.
Okay.
Oops. Oh yeah, this doesn't work if you're in the air.
I really
But
like
so,
to
yeah.
load into the menu. So if you go to map mode, like go to the big map, can you zoom out? Yeah, keep zooming.
Yeah. This is as much as I can zoom out. But as you can
Just looking
see,
at Okay. Okay, yeah. So this gives us. So this is the whole game map. You believe? Oh yeah, you can keep going up if you want.
yeah. Well, but there's nothing on here, so I don't I lose complete track.
Yeah,
of,
but
I'm still
that's
holding
not
it.
the
but
edge of the
nothing.
map, is what I'm saying. Like that's actually the game. That you could. Those are obviously places
Yeah.
once you fade them out, right? Because you can see the game map's edges there.
Yeah. I just have no
Okay.
idea where the fuck those
So
are.
I don't know scale wise. I don't think it's probably as big as something even like a Skyrim. It might be.
No.
I don't know how big it is, but it seems decently big.
Yeah.
It seems fine. It doesn't seem small, I should say,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
important, just to a lot of people.
Yeah. It's definitely not like.
I'm always iffy on that. It's like it depends on what the game's going for. You know what I mean? Like if a game like Red Dead felt small, it would be bad. You're in the
Yeah.
Wild West. You should feel lost, like with the you know what I mean, with endless space. Like there's an aspect to the experience to be had. But like something like, hey, we're in a city. You don't need to show me all the roads in between the city and another city, right? You can condense some of that. I'm okay with that. Like it's okay to feel a little close together if that's what you're going for. Anyway,
Yeah.
the Betrayers. This is your quest tab.
Yeah. This is all the active ones I have.
You have a lot going on right now.
Yeah. It includes side quests in there too.
Wandering couple, half-wit inventor. That sounds like a good quest. What are we doing? Right? You're going to keep doing the Betrayers.
I mean,
you can find
I'm
them.
gonna try to start the betrayers. I've been having a terrible location luck so far.
Yeah. So those the Betrayers quest seems to be kill these enemies, but you have to find them. Correct?
Oh yeah,
In
because you get
these
different
circles.
clients here, right? Like
Yeah,
machine examination.
it seems like an
is-
MMO style quest almost. Like go to this
I guess.
area and find these enemy types.
Yeah, Operator 60
Which,
is
you
like
know.
one of your ladies from the bunker.
Oh yeah, those are the photographs you've taken.
No, that was that one that person handed us. And was like, you need to go to these locations. But this one's from the
You should
commander.
do
so
the
that's-
wandering couple.
I think that one's really far away. Oops. I think that one's really far away.
Oh, so all these are. Oh man, these are all the. Oh, that
it's
one's
over
only
here.
right over there. Yeah, let's go check out over there. Just because you're not finding these betrayers and.
Yeah. I've been having
Later,
pretty bad luck
Emil,
so
that
far.
was cool. Your introduction by just driving around and crashing and over there was nice.
That I had to shoot, yeah.
I'll take that. That's interesting. Oh, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Mooseman.
Turn around for a second.
Oh, he's like fucking out of
Where'd
there.
it go?
It's
Yeah,
way
but
down
there
the
was
street.
like there was a moose that was like pink, I thought.
No, it's
Oh,
just...
okay, no, it was just the way the sun had hit it and it moved quickly. So I was like, what the hell?
Oh yeah, dude.
So other
Oh,
than
yeah.
this dope jet slide, what do you have any other ways of moving around? And obviously the vending machines. Like, do you get vehicles or anything like that? No.
Not so far. I don't know if they come in
Okay.
later or not.
I didn't know, like, or mounts or anything.
Yeah. No, I understand.
Does it seem to be like it's really a lot of just movement through areas where you're doing nothing, or?
No, like I feel like it's mostly just because I haven't played this in a few months and I'm kind of like trying to pick myself back up into like, what
Okay,
the fuck was I
that's fine.
doing again? Oh, that's cool. Classified information on the bunker.
Where were we
maybe-
headed?
Heading to the... see, this is the thing is... I can't
So we're
scroll
seeing
around.
this dope effect. That's where we're headed. Oh man.
Yeah, I think that
She
we're
went
heading
into the vending machine, Kyle. Into the vending machine.
Yeah,
I
and
feel
now
like there
see
should
she's
also be
loading her
snacks
system.
all over the place. I mean,
Well, it's just a
oh.
disguise. See, she's transferring her consciousness right now to a different body.
Yeah. Initializing pod connection. Launching DEU setup.
All systems green, Ryan.
All systems green.
Is this the
So
right?
here's the question. Oh, I see. I know how he... Okay, there's a little side box that your sidekick goes into. I didn't realize that till just now.
You were wondering how 9S was getting there?
Yeah, I was like, how did he... Where's... You're the only one that goes into the thing. I don't know if that's the one you wanted to go to, was it? Nope, that's machine examination. Where's that? That's resistance disappearance.
Fucking whatever. This is good enough. We're in the desert. There's another quest over here. I'll just pick this up on you. Oh yeah, this is a character named Jackass. This person made me drink motor oil and I died.
It's Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah.
Yeehaw! How's it going, boys? We're gonna shoot you into the air in a toilet.
Doing a study in the excitement levels of androids while in battle. I need to record combat data from the news models in order to reach more sensor. Yeah, let's...
Here, follow me.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck it, let's go.
See ya.
Alright, see that jerk over there? I need you to get combat data for him.
Okay.
Science will pay you back for this, I promise. Now.
Science will? Is there someone named Science, or is she just...
No, it's like her science, I guess.
She's just being a jackass.
Oh, I can't...
Oh, this camera angle's not great.
No, it's not.
You can't change this?
Nope.
This ain't a good action cam, guys. What's with this music? Very minimalist.
Laserface!
Requested mission completed.
Okay. Good thing that wasn't challenging, because if it was, you should try to dodge or anything. A camera. Wow. Fixed on the cave.
Android battle fever is actually quite similar to the human emotion of love. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, jackass. I'm gonna take this into a very elaborate love advice from someone named Jackass, who studies love by watching people beat robots up.
Oh, I can't take any damage. Cool. In the name of science.
Don't worry. With the greatest camera angle of all time, how will you fail?
I'm just gonna fucking... Obviously, I'm not getting... No!
Wow, you didn't even let her finish. She called you pathetic.
Yeah.
A jackass just called you pathetic.
Fuck you, lady.
I mean, that's
you know
literally the pot calling the kettle black in that situation.
I got fucked right up on that one, dude.
Well, it's almost like you couldn't really see with the enemy attacks.
Well, yeah. And, like, taking no damage.
Was that the quest? Did you do it?
No, I failed.
You prayed for Tony.
Yeah, but I just wanted all this free shit.
What's that stuff? What's the pray stuff? Is that just like the way they go?
That's... Yeah, just get rid of their stuff. Or I can make them come back and help me, right?
Okay.
Alright, let's try that one more time.
Yeah, you want to help this jackass. Put a name. Anyway. Do they explain the name at all?
Yeah, things have weird names in this game. Like, we don't have,
Yeah,
like...
so she didn't have a story of this is why my name is Jackass? That's what I mean.
Yeah, I don't remember why her name is Jackass, if I'm being completely honest.
Like, usually when they do joke names like that, sometimes you'll see, that's not where you want... Okay. That's your buddy, but he was stuck in a corner getting hit in the face. Uh-oh. There you go, you got this. Burn, 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 burn. I'm gonna just strum this one.
Yeah,
chord
9S
when
can
the
take
action
damage.
comes in. There you go.
There we go.
That's pathetic.
Requested mission completed.
You did okay, scumbag.
Thanks, Jackass.
That's what she'll say. That's what she'll say.
I love you, your
Yeah.
Huggies.
Oh, she's a Daniel Bryan fan.
Yes!
Just look at this.
The combat metals will be more dense, less thinking, more killing, all that. 2B is kind of like that, but 9S is a little bit more like, we should, like, think about stuff, idiot.
Giving you any kind of intellect strikes me as pointless. Wow.
Yeah.
Share play stops in 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's actually probably a good time to restart that.
Medium recovery times 1. 1,000 G is probably for Gil, I'm assuming.
Gold or gil money.
Yeah. SharePlay's connection. I also have to feed the dog, so you can do the SharePlay stuff, and I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm just doing some wandering anyway, so I'll head towards that area. I won't get too far without you.
Yes.
And we are back. I'll just keep my hands to myself. So do that. Yeah. So yeah, sorry, I'm kind of having a little bit of difficulty getting things going at the moment. It's been a long ass time, and this game is kind of, it can be a bit impenetrable at times for sure. But I've been enjoying it so far. I really do need to get back and play this a little bit more often, though. It's a little bit hard when, you know, we do so much of my like free video game time is spent on this rad. Is spent on recording stuff that I don't necessarily have time to do things that aren't playthroughs of things. What the fuck is... Okay. Oh, it's Ballman. Back at it again.
Back in here.
Oh my god. You know what? Maybe you can't fight this thing.
Kuna Matata?
This thing might be a little bit strong. It seems
I don't
armored.
see it yet, so...
I know.
Here we go.
Oh my god.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Yeah, you picked a good time to come back in.
This dude's got
Oh,
kitchen utensils for hands.
He was taking like no damage, but once I broke body parts.
Oh, he's kind of like, what's his name? Crossbones. Actually.
Crossbones? What are you talking about?
From the Marvel Universe. He was in Avengers 2, or Civil War. The open.
Oh. Oh, yes.
With big fists that are basically just like a suit around his chest and hands. This guy's kind of got that going on.
Yeah.
And he also shoots the giant purples. Okay, so it just seems like these big dudes shoot these giant purple orbs, and the weapons of choice on their hands are based on their different units, obviously, because the other one had... the other one did not have giant fists.
Also, that guy just got fucked right up. Is he going to explode? Okay.
The other one had Uzis for hands.
Yeah, they didn't give a shit.
We can use this screw to repair that big machine.
Oh, perfect. That was actually what I wanted to do in the whole time anyway, so that's convenient.
Was that the mission?
That was that one. Remember when I was like looking at that big head, and the 9S was like, "Oh, I need a thing." Yeah, I'm gonna go back and do that actually, because we're not that far from the place. And we got a nice little visit into the desert. It's like a little more deserty the further you go, but yeah. Here's a dead tree. What's up, jackass?
I didn't play it, but was Metal Gear Solid 5, actual Metal Gear Solid 5, not the order, but Metal Gear Solid 5, was it also one of those open world games that had a very limited soundtrack, or like it was kind of going for low key music?
Oh no, they were
in the open world sequences.
It was Metal Gear.
Was it loud? Was it? Yeah, but Metal Gears in the past have had that too. Where
yeah, no, I mean like it was high key.
Metal Gear Solid 3, for example, is very quiet.
Yeah, no, it was louder. They had like their theme has like this like scream singing lady.
But it's not about the theme. I'm talking about like when you're walking around the open world, very low instrument, not a lot of set songs and stuff. Like songs only during bits, like moments or cutscenes. Like that's not the same
yeah,
thing
but like also like you have a fucking radio
like,
that you can just like.
As a comparison, when you're running around in Ocarina of Time, they play an orchestral.
Yeah,
when you're running around
so
in
I
this,
guess
there's two instruments sort of going. That's what I'm asking. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? In the open world, was it like?
Yeah, no, I got
was
you.
it like?
Metal Gear Solid didn't.
You know what I mean?
It was quiet unless you unless you were coming across a tape or if you were playing music.
Oh yeah, right. There was that music concept in that game.
Yeah.
The reason I bring up Metal Gear Solid 5, by the way, is because this game's environment reminds me of.
Yeah, no, there's definitely
isn't that
some
like an
similarities.
Afghanistan-y, deserty? Is all the environments this far even kind of really deserty like this?
Well, there's a forest area and like a carnival that were like. Where the fuck was that? Where's the shit? What's that one called again? Machine extermination? Yeah, that's what I want.
Oh yeah, we're doing. Oh yeah, Jackass's research. Oh, you did some of that already, yeah.
Yeah, I
Not
did some
all
of that already. Right.
We should probably see one to the end, right? Or how long are these? Are they longer quest lines usually? Like,
Well, I'm doing one to the end right now. Jackass's
Okay.
research just kind of got me towards that area with the with like that screw to get that big thing. I'm trying to remember where the big thing was.
So what? Which one are we doing here?
Machine extermination. Oh, I don't need.
Okay.
You. I need. Is it? It was one of the Yorha betrayers.
Betrayers.
Was it this one or
That's
was it over here?
Betrayers.
It was in
That's
betrayers.
Betrayers.
It's very confusing.
It's Memento.
Resistance
That's Resistance
disappearance.
Disappearance.
Photographs.
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 Photographs. I don't know what. You did it. It's done. Hooray!
Yeah. I think it was in this direction.
This is weird. Well, wait. Well, you're guessing now.
Yep.
You should do one that's easier to find.
I've been having trouble.
Look at the merchant
it's
again.
your boy.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it's right there.
He's the only thing going around in this world, going on in the world thus far. My guy in the car, Emil.
Yeah. Well, there's a resistance camp, and obviously that machine village. No, this is what I was looking for. 47 minutes later. I wasn't expecting that.
I'm gonna clap for that. That was pretty funny. That was definitely funny.
Goals.
Kegels 110.
I was Huma request Asian of stat. This guy's worse at English than you are.
This thing can talk. Indeed.
Apparently. Seems to be playing some kind of data. Machines don't have a conscious mind, you know. Need to pull some data out of its memory. Seems to be info from the factory where it was constructed. That's cool. I'll save it in a readable format. Thanks, Nines. Hey, I leveled up from that.
Level Upa. See, that's what I'm talking about. You probably could disable your XP meter and still see that.
Yeah, probably.
Also, I mean, you can just pause at any time and see it, so what the fuck? Why waste a slot on it?
Hey, man. Well, it doesn't take up, like, it's, like, way less slot than, No, of course you do.
Before we call it, you have to take all the HUD stuff off and just run around and see how the game looks.
I've done it. It's just like a plain screen.
Of course, that's what HUDless. I'm just saying. Well, you're kind of HUDless right now, actually.
Yeah. It only shows up when it needs to.
Did you learn anything from the factory data?
Just how it was manufactured. Pretty boring, actually.
There's still a lot about machines that we don't understand. Gather as much data as you can, no matter how irrelevant it may seem.
There's still a lot about ourselves that we don't understand. Isn't that what you just said fundamentally there?
Well, they're kind of the machines and androids as different things.
Okay.
Like, the androids can think for themselves, whereas the machines, to their knowledge, can't. But then they, like...
Yeah, but I mean, to me, that's different colors of the same type of material. You know what I mean? Cloth-wise,
yeah.
It's like that's.
I'm going to assume that is going to be a major plot point because it seems like the machines can do a lot more than they actually we believed that they could at first glance. Like we ran into that whole village, which shouldn't have been possible. Also, this screams fight. This screams Shadow of the Colossus.
Man, this screams like Beetlejuice. The worms! But these are like crazy monster worms with glowing orbs inside of them. Those orbs look cool. They're like hook worms, actually, kind of. I lost my courage over there. Yeah. Shinigami. Oh, that's a person that dropped
Yeah,
that?
you can set your own name for that stuff.
Whoa, you should get out of there.
Yep.
You should get out of there. There you go. You were about to get totally spiked there. Spiraled. Man, that thing looks like a Pokemon. That thing's Onyx on steroids.
Oh, the fuck is this? Oh, this guy.
Of course.
I don't have time for
Something
your
that
shit
you-
right now.
Okay, those orbs are really cool looking. They're like visually, the enemies are really awesome.
Yeah, I like them.
Yeah, you got the big puncher guy here with the weird. Oh yeah.
Okay. I didn't realize it was fucking on.
It is. As we got Emil's music blaring. Emil, get out of here. Emil, now's not the time. Do you not see that? No, you don't care. I'll wait till you're done fighting them. Thanks,
There's
Emil.
a war going on, you know.
Jeez, Emil.
Oh, fuck.
Man, we might need to call Goku in for this one.
Yeah. Well, 9S has our back.
Use the Sensu beam. Or
You
whatever.
know about sensu beans.
Dun 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 dun. The best battle music ever is obviously this very comedic, high spirit.
Oh, well, I have a blink, apparently. When I'm, like, trying to dodge
Oh, you
in
do?
combat.
Oh, wow. Some Dishonored stuff. You get a blink. Of course, actually, that's very platinum. Have you noticed any air juggling?
Oh, yeah.
Like, you'll hit someone up in the air and then go up and keep hitting them?
Yes.
Obviously not with these giant enemies that are stationary and huge machines, but
Yeah.
like, some of the little jobbers, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Man, that thing is just won't stop spinning. It's kind of mesmerizing. Whoa.
Kind of
You
a
know,
monstrosity.
remember Snake? You know the game Snake?
Yeah.
It kind of has that kind of vibe going on almost. A weaponized version of that game.
Yeah, also, that was rad as shit.
Whoa. Can they hurt each other?
I have no idea.
Doesn't look like it. Doesn't seem like it because the snake is like, yeah, it's like running right through it and it doesn't seem to do anything. That's kind of lame. It'd be cool if it just like eviscerated it when it speared it. Okay,
I
these attacks
don't
are
want
pretty AoE.
anything
Okay.
near this thing. Yeah. Let's
Yeah,
just...
you gotta get. Okay, he's almost dead though. You gotta just keep. You just gotta wait it out. I feel like that's some of this game's combat. That's the other criticism I heard of this game is that because you have the characters that just fire over time, you just keep distance and just wait it out.
You can, but it doesn't really make you.
Oh,
Oh,
you can
shit.
just get close to dead here. No, it doesn't make you. I'm not saying it makes you.
Yeah.
Do 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 do.
Yeah. It's fucking music. Also, have I been doing, like, any damage to these things? Like, a little bit, I guess.
I have no idea. Sort of. Their health bar seems. Yeah, you just did 337 damage.
No, I think I
Also,
just
you're
took
getting-
337 damage.
Oh yeah, you did.
Fucking wrecked.
You got to get those items going. Okay, so yeah, actually, you know how you're bringing up your inventory slots here?
Yeah.
So just to prep you, that's kind of Kingdom Hearts. Except imagine instead that you had that menu up all the time, and instead of having dedicated
Yeah.
buttons to attack, the attack button is on that menu.
Yeah.
And you have to like go up and down and substitute using items and magic with attacks and summons. You do get summons too,
That's good.
but they're not Final Fantasy summons.
No, of course. You know what? I don't want any part of these guys.
No, we're almost done here. Did you kill the other one? The big dude?
No, big dude, yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, well it's okay. Where are their health at? Okay, yeah, that one's almost half done. Just shoot it. Yeah, just run around and let it chase you.
Yeah.
You'll level up in no time. Like, keep in mind you're under leveled for these areas, so it might do you good to just, you know.
Oh, I wasn't like, I'm leaving this fight. I
Shoot
meant
out
like,
a dude.
I got hit 3 times in a row. I need to reset.
Oh, okay. Because we were encountering like level 23 dudes, and you're still not even close to that. So I love how Emil's just gonna wait there. It's just like, you know, maybe this is entertaining for him.
Yeah,
So
he's just having a good
Emil,
time.
come join us on the couch. You know, welcome to the show. Where do you think Emil got his music? You just find it.
I just found it, yeah.
Because that's like some Ronald Reagan era ass music, you know?
Yeah.
Like that's
Very
some join
Fallout.
the army Uncle Sam shit, right? Like that's very. When you join the army, you'll help your country stop bad things from happening.
So other ones
That's
still
how
around?
it works. Thumbs up. The type of shit where we're like, it's basically propaganda, but the people at the time just had no idea. And when you look back
Yeah.
on it, you're like, how did nobody have any idea? It's like there's nothing to the take. It's literally the easiest most phoned in take. Anyway,
Yeah. Yeah, let's get political, Ryan.
It's not political. It's not.
Okay, this thing's just so hard to hit.
That's just propaganda in general. It has nothing to do with sides. That's just
yeah.
a general comment. Yeah, this thing is you're just going to have to slowly hit it to death.
Also, the thing that was down here went away, so I don't know what the fuck.
Item. Wait, the thing? What
There was
the
I was
machine
inside of
thing
one
that
of
you were
those
supposed to do?
circles. Yeah, that was probably one of the 9S ones.
Well, it's probably maybe you just have to kill these things. Maybe that's
No, because like remember I'm pretty sure the mission thing was gather one of the screws from that big thing.
You're not gonna kill that thing?
No, it's gonna take me all day.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna kill this thing
You
though.
should see a boss or something. You should. Well, I guess you don't know
looking.
where you are. That's
yeah.
the thing.
I've been trying. I promise.
Okay, go into your quest.
I'm pretty sure that the Yorha Betrayers is the most is the way to progress the story.
No, let's do that one that's the reunion or whatever. The
reunion.
Let's do the wandering couple. I've heard people say good things about this person, Pascal.
Yeah, Pascal's
So that
pretty
says
alright.
Pascal's village. They harbor violence and only wish to live in peace.
Abhor.
Go to the abandoned factory. Oh yeah, sorry, I saw an ED there for some reason. Or sorry, I saw HA for some reason. Like no, I saw an HAB, like harbor or something. Anyway, collect the following item in order to perform maintenance on the mail. Okay, maybe that isn't that crazy of a quest.
No. Like I'm pretty sure I just want to keep doing Yorha Betrayers, to be honest.
Is there any indication what's side quests and what's main quests? Like story stuff, or what? How does that work?
Well, I got that quest from the chief.
Yeah, but like in your menu, in the quest menu, it doesn't like label these as some as side quests, some as your main quests.
Doesn't.
It just seems like everything's labeled in red dots.
Yeah.
So there's no different indicator. So some of these aren't going to go anywhere from aren't going to contribute to the
main plot.
Forward.
You are absolutely correct.
But obviously, they still go places. It's a narrative-based game.
Yes.
They add layers to the cake. Nobody wants to just eat a vanilla sponge.
This metaphor got weird.
I mean, it's the truth, though. Right?
I suppose, yeah.
You gotta put layers. Same thing with the casserole. What if you just put here's a bowl of noodles. Ah, ta-da! There's nothing, some sauce on it. At that point, it's just the lamest pasta dish.
We know we can find pristine screws on big bipedal machines.
Pristine
but what about large
screws.
gears?
Let's try the operator again.
Metal Gears?
9S to operator. We're trying to track down a large gear. Any idea where to start the search?
Why are you looking for... Well, anyway, you can salvage the requested material from smaller machine life forms. Finding
Like
one
those ones right
intact
over there.
might prove tricky, however. The part is easily damaged when the machine housing it is destroyed.
Thanks, operator. That's good to know.
So don't
Right.
kill these guys
Let's
too
go
bad.
Take out some small fry.
Straight to the point, as always, 2B.
Boom, yeah, there you go. These guys are more. Well, that level 20 isn't, but the level 16 is at least a little more manageable.
And this guy's a pussy.
There we go. There's the air stuff I'm talking about. Yeah. A little janky, a little frame ratey, but still okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, technically I get some Dark Souls vibes, original Dark Souls, like good assets, neat aesthetic, cool looking open world, but not completely polished.
Yeah. I would say that's a pretty fair assessment.
Items. Oh yes, the best, one of the best things in this game.
You really love this vending machine.
I just like the way she gets into it. I like the idea. I always liked vending machines. I've always been a vending machine fan. I don't know. If I ever get rich, I'm gonna just stock a vending machine, soda machine, and a snack machine. Like I'm always like I've gotten to the age now where it's just like, oh, I want to be able to have like a snack handy sometimes, right? It's just like if you're craving, I crave
Yeah.
a chocolate bar. But if you go to the store, you got to buy multiples of groups because you're just like, you don't want to have to walk back the next day if you're craving something, or 3 days later, right? And then you never
Yeah.
know how much you should buy, and it's always a nuisance. Versus just like if you just had a vending machine, you buy
Solves that
that,
problem.
stock that, and then you're good. You're good for like a months. Depending on how much you like, I don't eat that much snacks, but it's just like
What
I want it
the
to be there when when I want it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have a friend who has a soda machine in their garage, and like their house rule is just like it's like a quarter or whatever, and I think just to get any soda, right? So it's just like everyone has quarter. You know what I mean? Just bring before you come over to the house, just bring a bunch of change.
Yeah.
And then he just keeps it completely stocked, and then, yeah.
Drive by.
And I mean, he's not making money on that, obviously, because
No.
a case of soda is way more than a quarter of soda,
Yeah, of course.
depending on where you buy it, obviously. But it's just, I was like, yeah, it's just nice and convenient. Just be like, yeah, I need soda or I need a snack. One of the things I've always loved about office environments is vending machines. When I used to work at, not an office, but when I used to work up north,
Yeah.
working on like the
I'm not fighting that
gas
thing.
plants.
Yeah.
My dad and I was working. I wasn't working with him, but I was at a big job. It was a same camp that he was at, but it was like a huge camp. Like I was like 10,000 people or something. It was a ridiculous number. They had a hockey rink and everything in it.
Yeah,
right?
it's pretty big.
But it was like a hotel almost with the number of rooms. But they had this giant, like on the floor that I was on, this giant vending machine, like just haven, right? Because it's like you got a lot of camp workers, and the way camp life works is that when the kitchen closes, you can't get anything from the kitchen, right? And it's
Yeah.
only open for like 2 or 3 hours a night, not even 3, maybe 2 hours if you're
Oh,
lucky,
fuck.
right?
Yeah.
So you have to eat at set times. So if you're hungry in the middle of the night or whenever, it's like you have nothing but vending machines. But because they had so many vending machines, I'd never seen so many different types of vending machines before. Like, I mean, for ice cream, for like, it just, the list went on, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
Everything you could think of. And I was just like, this is amazing. So I'm just like, if I want anything, I could just be like, boom, $1, and everything was $1. They never upped the price over the other, and I was like, that's how it should be.
Yeah.
People probably looked at me like I was ridiculous.
Well,
Because you couldn't smoke weed when you were there, but I obviously I didn't, but it didn't change the fact that I still was just like
munchies.
constantly. I'd go over there with like $7 and come back with just, you know what I mean, like a handful of fucking shit. I'd be like, I don't care. That's fuck you. I'm gonna go to my room and play games.
Yeah. How the fuck?
Play
am I
some
supposed
Nier.
to... Yeah.
Never played Nier. And
You ever
yeah, I
played
don't
the
know.
original?
Ever since then, I've always been enamored. I've been like, man, vending machines are cool. The idea that you could just get this wide selection of items with no people, no social, nobody judging you when you're making your purchasing decisions.
Yeah,
I don't
that
know.
would be.
That's one of the. Do you ever like? I often wonder that about you, because remember when we were recording sometimes or doing things sometimes, you'll head over to the store and you'll like buy weird stuff. This happened
Yeah.
a lot before you met Alex too. You'll just like, I decided to buy a case of Oreos and just like a bunch. Do you ever get like weird looks from the convenience store person because you're like an adult going into a convenience store and just buying a bunch of garbage?
Not
It's, like,
usually, because, well, keep in mind, I was also like wearing pajama pants. Like, they knew what I was about the minute I walked into
Yeah,
that
right?
store.
Like, that's the thing, right? I don't know. Like, I'm not saying you should feel any judgment. I'm just saying
No, of
sometimes I
course.
feel like the push for a healthy living sometimes creates a situation where if you're not a kid, when you buy too much junk food, sometimes people are like, what are you doing? It's just like, get out of here. It's like, junk food's junk food, whatever.
Yeah.
Everyone enjoys junk food.
Yeah.
To a degree, unless you don't. Unless you're one of those, it's like pizza. Unless you're one of those rare people who doesn't enjoy some form of junk food.
Fuck
feel
you,
like
Ryan.
that's
Now I
very
want pizza.
uncommon.
God damn it. What have you done to me?
People were laughing about that. What do you think the first thing to go would be in
Oh,
like an
you talk
apocalypse setting like this?
From the Divinity, or not Divinity 2, the, what was that game?
State of Decay. Yeah,
Thank you.
State of
Yeah,
Decay
I'm
2.
fucking
Yeah.
buying that on Tuesday, by the way. I got totally sold on that stream.
Oh, really? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
The reviews have been kind of middling. I'm kind of interested to see.
Yeah, but that's what I'm looking
the-
for. Oh, hey, what's
the
up?
the character system is interesting. It's just like, but like,
Get
none
off
of
my
the-
vending
none of the-
machine!
None of the storytelling seems very big. It just seems like,
Oh, yeah,
hey,
I
because
don't
these
give a
characters
fuck
are all
about that.
procedurally generated, the storytelling's like very survivor light. Like, here you go.
Ryan,
They're
I opened up a
survivors.
new
They have
vending machine.
traits. You did. But yeah, It seems interesting, but yeah, the line was something to the. I don't even remember now. You caught me. I'm trying to remember what I was going to say.
Procedurally generated.
Oh no, the apocalypse stuff. Yeah, the first thing I know is pizza. And I'm like, yeah, that's probably true. But at the same time, it's like, is it really that hard to make pizza? All you need is dough, which, okay, so if you have bread, eggs, I guess it's just you need so many different ingredients that the likelihood of having all of them handy, like it's hard to have all that stuff handy even now, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So imagine having it all handy, like to whip it up from scratch.
Also,
imagine
how often do you fucking make your own pizza?
in a post-apocalypse.
But
I'm saying in the post-apocalypse, you'd have to make your own pizza if you want pizza.
They're not gonna have a fucking Domino's guy.
Would you be able to? Yeah. Would you be able to get all the ingredients handy to do it? That's the question. Because you would need. I'm trying to think what you'd need. Just for the dough, you would need flour and eggs, right? And eggs would already be hard to come by. Eggs are going to be a post-apocalypse scarcity type thing, right?
Yeah.
Because instantly people are going to go for livestock. That's the first instinct, right, of smart people. Not other people are like, I'm going to go to the grocery stores and get all the canned goods. That's not a bad. That's a good second instinct. But getting livestock, you can set yourself up for more than just.
Well, first you get guns because then you can go take everyone else's shit if you need to, or keep people from taking your shit if you're not a total scumbag.
Depends on where you are and how much communities and stuff there is. But yeah. Ideally, you get livestock.
Yeah, you don't want to get fucked up by the shit
kickers. So that you can make
them
mate and set up a chain of food supply. Even if you're not a pro hunter, post-apocalypse is like a different.
Yeah, no one's gonna be fucking vegan in the post-apocalypse.
Some people probably will be.
Well, they will be dead actually. So
when they're eating like 7-year-old expired canned beans, they'll be like, shit. Maybe eating animals is eventually a reality. Maybe we're mammals. Anyway.
Maybe we're mammals. Next thing you're gonna tell me is the speaker's been kidnapped.
Yeah, you stole my bit.
Oh yeah, fucking your bit. Oh, what
it's a Ryan original. No,
Ryan original. Yeah, it's a shit tier bit, dude. It's like Chris's.
Because of that, I've always loved vending machines. That's how we got onto that conversation.
Yeah.
You're not a vending. I don't know. I just like the idea that you just put in a coin.
I think that they're fine. I
you get
enjoy
what
the
you
less
want.
Human interaction part.
I remember first being insanely like. Wowed, and this is a weird thing to be wowed by, but remember, I was a stoner dropout at the time in high school, so I remember being insanely wowed the first time I saw one of those ice cream vending machines. I was just like, wait, and it's frozen, and I could just get it right now for $1. You're kidding me. I was like, it literally stunned me. Yeah. I could not believe that I was about to enjoy a frozen treat right there in like
really
just at the Collicut or some gymnasium or whatever. Just like, man, just right here, we're conveniently, boom. It's a hot day, just bam, I got some ice cream. Just like that. And then I remember my tongue got stuck to it. The first time it was like a chocolate thing, and it was just, Then I had to like run it over hot water. Thankfully we were at like a place, the Collicut here in town.
Yeah. Whew, that sounds like it was a real...
It's not like a gym, but it's kind of like a gym. Like it's one of those places that has a pool, a gym, a workout place, like a rock climbing course. You know what I mean?
But like, a workout place, like a gym?
Those are all behind secluded doors. The main lobby area where there's like a luncheon area and all this other stuff is just kind of like an open concessions area. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
So you can just like walk. It kind of ends up being like a weird shopping thing where you can end up like walking through, even though you don't have to go anywhere inside there other than just the main area. It's weird. And it's also located between two high schools, like literally a block between two high schools. So it ends up just being that's where people go to hang. Everyone who cut class would just end up, hey, let's walk over here to the Collicut block. Not even. I remember at the time, because smoking was still a thing, people used to smoke cigarettes. Obviously, people still do smoke cigarettes. No, they didn't let you on your school property, but because they didn't control what happened at the Collicut, and because smoking at that point was not banned in public yet, you know what I mean? They hadn't started that craze yet. It was still allowed to be advertised at the time. Remember, I'm old, so
there's only a 3-year difference here. You're only 30, dude.
That probably still matters for this because smoking has not been a thing in public for quite a while.
Restaurants.
See, you remember non-smoking sections in restaurants. I remember when everyone smoked everywhere. There was no such thing as a non-smoking area. I remember people smoking on planes. People just smoked. Yeah. It didn't matter where you fucking went. The idea of anyone complaining about secondhand smoke would have been ludicrous because smoke was everywhere. And I was just like, man, this is weird. Like, looking back on it, you see it and you're just like, this is weird. Why did no one ever talk about it? But I don't know. Everyone really wanted to be cool, I think. I don't know what it was.
Can I get into this building or no?
Not
guess
that smoking is cool, but you know what I mean? Like at the time,
yeah,
culture was
sure.
trying to present it like it was this really, I'm
Yeah.
gonna be cool, I fucking smoke, you know? Like, yeah, take a drag. Do you remember movies of that era? Man, they used to
Yeah, yeah.
always have characters who smoke. And they used to always, there would be like every movie, you'd be like, I wonder which cool pose this person's gonna do when they smoke to try to be like, yeah, look at me. Because everyone always did a different one, and they were always really bad. Oh, I remember the one. What's his
Banner
name
year
used
at the
in
Bender
OC?
household, Ryan.
Ryan Atwood. Oh God! And I just remember
Ben
looking at him
McKenzie.
going, when he first did it, I was just like, you don't smoke. There's no way. Even though apparently he did, but I was just like, the way he took a drag was like, I don't know. I think he was trying to be seductive or like desperate, and it just looked
The
weird.
fuck did I just?
It looked timid in a way that was just like, no, that's not how a guy has. Anyway.
Yeah. I like how this episode has basically just been a podcast while I wander around and occasionally fight shit.
Yeah,
I
we
didn't mean
haven't
that
found
negatively, by the
anything
way.
other than the meal and some cool enemies, which all the enemies have been cool, and these epic this scenery.
I came
feel
in
like you're roaming
vastly
around in an
unprepared.
empty version
I'm
of
really
Persona.
oh.
I feel like you just beat the game, and it's just like that's
Yeah.
what it's so empty that I almost feel like this is one of those. Hey, I killed
Okay.
all the
I found something.
enemies. Here we go. Here we go. We're in a building.
It only took us an hour and 22 minutes. Let's do it.
Yep. I don't know. I'm trying to think now if I've seen a cigarette vending machine. Probably not.
Can I actually just not go in? Oh, fuck me, really? Oh, no,
Oh,
there's
that's
a
not,
ladder.
no, there was an icon. Yeah.
Yeah, we're good, we're good. I would have been very upset, because this place looks rad as shit. Also, I should mention we're not sponsored by Coca-Cola. I'm just a fan.
No.
That won't make any
Pepsi's
sense to
better,
Ryan,
though.
but I'm holding... No, that's not true at all.
It's totally true.
Next thing you're going to tell me is the speaker's
I mean, no.
Fucking
It's one of
bullet
those
bills over
things
here.
is fictional, and one of those things exists in the human world, and it is true. It's a true statement. It's okay. You can be on Team Coke and still be a person, and still have respect and all that other stuff. Just
I hate you!
Stop kick stuff.
Yeah. Well, somebody died here.
A lone lancer saw old companions inside an empty ship. Thanks, hog. Impossible hoe. That's a good. Yeah, thanks.
This was a mistake. You get locked
You know
into
what
an
else is a
animation.
mistake? When did we
What?
play Diablo? What the hell is going on here? We're
Oh, yeah,
calm down.
Yeah, they'll do this to you occasionally. These are also level 5 enemies, so like this is the time to do this to
I
me.
know, but I don't like that camera. I like the third-person camera when it's closer and you have full control over it, and that should be the case in
Yeah.
every fight. My opinion.
Well, that explains why these people died.
Yeah.
They weren't ready for this camera.
You
and
murdered
then-
them. That's
no,
fine.
no, these other people. These are actual players. Bodies I'm
Oh,
picking
yeah.
up. Did I not mention that at the start? That seems
No,
like an
you did.
important. Okay.
No,
was
I
gonna
commented on the other guy's username.
Oh yeah, okay. I wasn't sure if I wasn't being sarcastic. I had genuinely forgotten, and I was like, man, that was really irresponsible of me if I didn't. It's kind of an important point. Hey,
That lab looks cool though. I'm not a big fan of this top-down right now. I've
no,
never
I'm
been
a pretty big fan of
top-down
fucking
games
Terminator
anymore.
2 Judgment Day over here, though. There's still one chip left.
I'm not a big T2 guy. I'm not a big Terminator guy actually in general.
I mean, we can agree that the first two were the best of the two, though, or best of the five, though, right?
I'm gonna actually get hard real. I'm not a big Arnold guy, so
Sure.
that's not my.
But that was a
era
time
of-
travel fucking sci-fi awesome movie. Ryan, Terminator 1 was
No,
gritty.
like I watched Terminator
That shit
1
could
and 2,
fucking
and I
happen,
watched
man.
3.
Do you know that reference?
I don't, yeah, probably.
Bombcast?
I think, yeah, well, of course, it's someone else's thing, yeah.
Hey. You know, with referential
It's
things.
always, anyway, I was going to say, I've seen, obviously, I've seen 3 Terminators. I didn't watch Salvation. I didn't watch the newest one with Amelia Clark.
Yeah, I didn't watch the most recent one. I did watch Salvation. It was not good.
And they're doing another one. I
course they are.
watched 3. But
Well, you
I-
did watch
like, those movies never
WrestleMania
grabbed me.
31,
Those
though,
movies-
right? Because that was
Huh?
Terminator. That was a Terminator movie.
What?
WrestleMania 31. Or was it that one?
Yeah.
Triple H's
the
shitty
stupid
entrance.
with Triple, yeah. It's not that I think they're bad necessarily. The ones I've watched, like 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
I just I totally got their appeal and stuff, and I like action movies. I just at that point I liked Van Damme, so I was just like, this is guns and stuff, cool. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I'd already seen several Chuck Norris movies at the time too that were kind of similar in tone, like in terms of like guns and obviously not time traveling, but so like early Stallone too wasn't always like I like Rocky, but even then I was kind of later to Rocky. I wasn't as like eventually not super later, like mid.
Not going there.
You know what I mean? I was a teenager by the time I got into Rocky.
I've still never seen Rocky.
Any of them?
No, none of them.
Yeah. 5 is shitty, but for the worst one. But I've seen all of them except for the new Creed, and then they're making another Creed.
Wasn't Creed supposed to be really good? Hey Babs, what's up?
People like Creed, yeah. People also like 1, 2, 3, 4, and people also like 6 and Creed. Like people generally, it's actually a pretty well revered series.
Yeah.
Rocky's 3, 4, and 5 was, except for 5, obviously 5 was pretty bad. But Rocky's 3 and 4 are a little more campy than Rocky's 1 and 2. Rocky 1 is the revered one. Rocky 1's like a classic.
Yeah.
By most people's standards. Rocky 1, you've seen Rocky without seeing Rocky. If
yeah, because you've seen everything. I've seen that montage 100 times.
Yeah, like the sports movie thing came from Rocky, basically.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the
I
entire
recognize
essence of how the plot even works. Introduce your hero characters, make them down on the dumps a little, make them struggle, make them have adversity. You don't always have to have them win either. Which
I mean, he got the moral victory, like.
But he does eventually win. Keep in mind in the sequels.
He wins in 2, doesn't he?
He wins in 2, and then he loses in 3. He loses in 3 after winning for a while, like at the beginning, because he's like the champ. In 3, they present him all like, oh, he's learned languages, and fame has actually made him a little more cultured, and now he's a big time celebrity, and he's facing Hulk Hogan. No, that's in 4. He gets brain damage again. Because like he's presented as more of a dumber character in Rocky 1.
Yeah, originally.
And then in Rocky 2, he's also dumb, but then that's like they do the challenge of like now he's trying to get smarter. Because they try to do that where they put him in a commercial and like he can't read the call signs because he doesn't know how to read.
Yeah.
And then of course the director is an asshole and makes fun of him for it.
Yeah, that's what you do when somebody's struggling with something. You mock them.
I mean, it was the 80s.
I mean, I do that to you all the time when you mess up names. And you're a smart individual, but also the thing.
Yeah, but I mean, like he was mocking him seriously, and this person was a stranger, basically.
Yeah, that's
like,
not okay.
Because you're just like, why would they bring in someone who can't read? Because
he's
you're
famous and he'll sell
like,
things, dick.
Yeah, well, it's also just like this is also kind of like the first time they started doing some of that stuff.
Yeah. Oh, Ryan, look, I got my camera back.
You did finally, for now.
The side-to-side camera, I think, is fine. It almost turns into a bit of a platformer.
6 might be my favorite Rocky, though, other than 1, I'd say, by the way.
Okay.
But 6 is like he's really old and he's like.
Ivan Drago is 4, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And technically, he'll be Creed 2 as well.
Oh, really? They're bringing him back?
Yeah. Apparently, he's training his grandson, and Rocky's training Creed's grandson.
Is it Creed's grandson or son?
Or Creed's son, sorry, yeah. Or maybe maybe Ivan's training his own kid. Whatever, but it's not Rocky.
It's the next generation of Creed versus, of Rocky versus.
But it's gonna be weird because Ivan Drago's not the villain completely by the end of Rocky.
Didn't he kill somebody?
At the beginning of the movie, he kills Apollo Creed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not intentionally.
Oh, okay. Oh, was that? That's what. If he dies, he dies. Meme comes from though, right?
Yeah, it's in a boxing movie, or in a boxing match. It's an exhibition match, and. Yeah, and Rocky doesn't throw in the towel early enough. And Apollo, also Ivan was on steroids too. Keep in mind.
Yeah, which was totally fine
that's
back then.
That's where that becomes also no. It wasn't totally fine. They just never said that he was. It was like behind the scenes. It's like it's a movie. Come on, he's the villain, so they.
Yeah.
They show him getting injected in scenes, but they say different to the public. They say he's all natural. But anyway, like. He seemed to be mortified by the end of the movie when he loses to Rocky. Ivan does. So, and that's like the last you see of him, right? He kind of like almost abandons the country to a degree and just fights his fight.
Yeah, because they went like full on like U.S. versus Russia, right? And this was like when that was a thing.
And then they tried to actually have Rocky give, and it was actually a decent speech. Give a speech about the unification of the two countries and not letting leaders dictate. You know what I mean? Like we don't. There's things in common between us. Just because we're different doesn't mean that we need to be hating of each other type of thing.
Yeah.
And like they tried to use like Rocky's inspirational fight as like a moment for the crowd, because they do the whole thing where the crowd is pro Drago for most of it, and then they turn and become pro.
Yeah. The crowd was pro Drago. Were they in Russia or were they in?
Yeah, they're in Russia. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say
the whole movie set in Russia. Rocky, after Apollo dies, that's the whole big thing. Is what's her name? Adrian doesn't want Rocky to leave and train in Russia, but he decides to do it, and it's on Christmas too. The fight's on Christmas Day, so it's like he decides to leave his family during the holidays to go train in the mountains of Siberia or whatever, basically, and that's where all the.
I feel like that's like a Goku move.
Dude, it's such a good movie. I love Rocky IV. It's one of my favorites.
Is Adrian in all of them?
Not in after. She's only in 1 through 5.
Okay.
She was alive, I believe, when 6. I think she's still alive. The actress, I'm trying to remember, but because I know someone has obviously Mick had passed, but he passed during it. The actor who plays Mick, the cornerman.
Yeah.
And his trainer.
Yeah, but also Rocky's now the cornerman, so that's like.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if the actor who played Paulie eventually has passed. But anyway, no, she's in all 5, but she didn't want to do 6. So then
so what do they do for
canon for 6 is that Adrian is dead. Rocky has since buried her in the ground years ago, and to honor his wife, he has opened up a restaurant that he runs called Adrian's. And his son, like the whole plot of 6 is about his son, really, who's like not a fighter, who's like just your run-of-the-mill business exec. Like again, the whole plot of 6 is basically, hey guys, remember how Rocky was in the 80s? The world's not the 80s anymore. Like it was set in like 2011 or something, right? Like when it came out. So it was trying to be a little bit more current and be like, hey, Rocky's kind of a relic at this point.
Yeah.
And like
this is where you landed.
Well, I'll get to it.
Oh, this is cool. Okay, 11B was one. At the start of the game, you're in like this sick fucking like mech thing with a bunch of other B units, and they all get like a bunch of them get fucked up. Okay. 11B was one of those.
Proposal: Unit 2B should recover any usable weapons.
Yeah, let's just scrounge her for parts. That's what you do.
Data detected in memory region.
That sword looks cool inside the rocks.
Yeah, it does.
Take that.
I hope so. Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, I can, Ryan. Reactivation complete.
Escape plan.
A check on my body reveals various failures. Communication functions have been destroyed. I cannot contact my team or the bunker. I leave a draft of this message here as a log. 8 minutes later, I think.
I love Sorky. What a word.
Yeah. I verify the plan once more. Using my supposed destruction in this sortie as a guise, I sever all communication.
Sortie?
I then pass beneath the abandoned factory and escape. Further analysis reveals that I took anti-air fire while in the flight unit. Yep, I was there for that. Resulting in damage to my body. No matter, it can be repaired. I'm cold. 5 minutes later, or hours later. My sensory system seemed to be failing. Noise started to cloud my vision. Virus warnings appear frequently. It is unclear whether I'm infected or if the system is in error. Right, so they're like, they have like some human aspects to them, I think. Repairs are proceeding poorly.
Yeah, well, they're androids, yes.
Yeah. Well, that would be cyborgs, I think, like in real life, but... I'm flustered. Pursuers will come if I don't move soon. Was I wrong to attempt escape? I'm scared. I want to go back to the bunker, but I can't restore communications. This can't continue. I can't stay here. I have to run. Your Yorha squadron was wrong. I have to find somewhere safer. I'm scared. I'm so scared. Painful. It hurts. Help. Why stop? Who am I? Wrong, wrong, wrong. I need to run. Okay, so she went a little crazy.
Who am I? Wouldn't be a JRPG game unless we heard those words.
Yeah.
However, due to the death of the unit in question, corrective punishment is impossible.
Yeah, sorry, Pod.
Yeah, he's dead.
I'll bring this weapon back to 16D in the bunker.
Aw, damn. We can't use it? It's okay.
No, 16D had asked us to, ask them to find them. So yeah, when we get... I haven't shown the bunker yet, so I'll do that when we get to the next vending machine.
Okay.
The bunker's pretty cool. I mean, there's not really much to do there. Like, I mean, there will be now, right? But like, so that was one thing. Like, when you start the game, you're obviously like, it's like right like in medias res. You're in the middle of a mission doing stuff, and you end up blowing up those bodies like as a part of the story. 9S does it, but he transfers your body to the he uses like the emergency black box.
Those are cool little little dishes that they're riding in.
To like emergency transfer your consciousness to the bunker, so that when you lose the bodies, it doesn't matter. because you have to fight like this giant, like way bigger than you mech. Because they go like really hard. Like you don't know anything about these guys yet, and like right off the bat, like 9S is missing like 2 limbs, like pretty like shortly before that, and then they pop. It was pretty awesome, like for a start.
You enjoyed the open, is what you're saying.
I certainly did. Yeah.
This little factory crane area dock loading bay thing.
It actually looked a lot like this, which makes sense now that that's probably not that far from it, based off of 11B falling here.
Whoosh.
We flew a little bit further than that, but it was also like, let's do it.
Oh, whoa.
Okay. Hacko slash show, button mash show. There we go, look at that. Look at all that goodness. They were not fucking around on that one. That was like 19 dudes.
Give or take.
Yeah.
Roughly 19.
Yeah, I mean, that wasn't a hyperbole. That was probably about that many. They weren't very hard, so... I have absolutely no idea how to get back to where I'm supposed to be.
I was going to say, where are we headed now?
Back, maybe? Yeah, this feels right. Yeah, we're going back to Terminator 2 lands. Oh, that was 9. Whoops. Sorry, 9S. Thought you were an enemy.
Can you actually hurt him?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Visually, some of this stuff looks really appealing, though. Like, obviously, the camera angle shift, they're creating an aesthetic choice with it that I kind of like. Like, look at that. Like, just with the sun in the background or the molten or whatever.
Yeah, it's pretty rad.
There's just a lot of camera perspective shifts, that's all.
Oh, there are. Yeah. You kind of get used to it, but yes, I can understand how it would be unappealing to other people. Absolutely.
It's a little jarring at times, that's all.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It doesn't bother me as much, but I understand that
they're not always smooth, I guess is what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah,
it just feels like they were like, hey, we're going to do these because we want to show off this environment just because that's how we want to do it. It's like, but because of that, we want to design this in such a way, the player still got to get around, and it's not going to be just, here's a third-person camera and you're running around it, so sorry.
Yeah. I like that when they do put you in combat in those moments, though, that they're like, here's some easier shit, because fucking...
Yeah, it seems to be just waves of easier enemies that you can just button mash through instead of trying to dodge and do any more nuanced things, because it's just like the camera's not in a way for me to be able to do that effectively.
Yeah. That Molten's kind of making
like those bigger, tougher enemies that you were fighting. That one that actually did kill you. Yeah, you had that was full.
I didn't get killed by anything yet.
Oh, sorry, I thought you did.
No, you would know. I'd have to go back and collect my body. I came very close, but I'm really quick on the
sorry.
heels.
We reacted. We reacted to the screen effect. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
Oh, that cloud looks nice. Falcor gonna come out of there.
Yeah. Vortex.
Dude, now that needs to be in a game. We've discussed that before, I'm sure. But man, for just open world game where you can just fly on a giant dog through the sky, make it happen.
Yep.
I'd play Never Ending Story the game. I think that universe would make a great game, actually.
What the fuck was this sword?
I don't know. It looked cool, though. Virtuous Treaty.
I just picked up a million fucking things. Look at that! Also, I'm gonna look and see.
Got some crystal?
I'm gonna see if that sword is any better than my current sword. Or, sorry, one of my current swords.
Weapon set 1. There it is, Virtuous Contact. Okay, what? Go back over it.
This one's
you
better.
have to like compare the two.
Yeah.
Attack is 420 to 504.
These are the exact same.
And combo is LT6 heavy. This one has more LT6. The other one has LT something else. Go down to Machine Sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one has LT.
It also has less damage. Like that's the big stat. 420 to 504.
That one's LT4 heavy 1. I don't know. What am I looking at?
Oh, this is the one I actually just picked up. It's still worse.
Is it worse than your big weapon?
Yeah, well, I've
I feel
also...
like you barely use your swords anyway. You've used them a little bit, but...
Yeah, I use them a lot. I just do them...
Some of the bigger battles have just been situated in a way where it's just like, shoot them.
Well, I usually shoot at the same time, because it's greater DPS uptime, Ryan. Alright. Let's go to the bunker!
How open is this world? Okay. Could you just, like, go over the fence and go onto the ground?
Oh,
there?
no. They definitely have, like, gates in there sometimes.
Is there invisible walls and shit?
Yeah. That's part of the reason I've just been jumping around. Like, when we've been talking, I've been kind of going up against them a little bit. But yeah, there's definitely the invisible wall aspect.
Your Ha.
Yeah.
Or is that your HQ?
Yorha. We're the faction we belong to is Yorha.
Is the faction you belong to based on the logo beside it is the Autobots.
I mean, you're not that far off. I'm going to save real quick, because always a good idea. So this is the bunker.
Whoa! Whoa! Oh yeah, I love this place already.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Man, wow. This building, you might have just sold me on this game with this building.
Really? You don't spend that much time here.
Oh, well, you just unsubscribe. Oh, no way. This is exactly what I think the inside of the XCOM building looks like if you were to make it all white.
Yeah, but like the gravity's all fucked, right? Because we're in space.
You could go over there and talk to the council. Whoa.
Yeah.
These people like you are all Kenchied up. By that I mean their faces
Yorha,
are
for the
covered.
glory of mankind, Ryan.
Blind. Oh, this room is amazing. Love this screen. Agent 47 would hang out here.
Yeah. Also, this commander lady's kind of a bitch.
He's definitely killed a target in a room that looks like this.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, look at the staircase. Like, how come you're telling me you wouldn't want to just...
Oh, I would hang out here. I would
Can you
live
upgrade this place? Is this your base?
No, I mean, like, yes it is, but no, you can't.
Damn it.
I know,
Can you
buddy.
imagine if you could upgrade it and create new rooms and just this... Oh, the design of this room is amazing.
Yeah, it's really cool.
All the doors, everything about this aesthetic. It's like... And it almost makes you forget that they killed Mass Effect.
EA? This isn't...
I know, but I'm just saying, aesthetic. The aesthetic is very similar to Mass Effect.
Oh yeah.
It's a cool.
Also, you give me shit for
aesthetic.
doing a reference that was stolen. You stole that reference too, sir.
No, because like everybody talked about them almost killing Mass Effect. It's kind of just a known fact. Right?
Yeah, this is the person we need to go talk to. I
Hey,
found
there's a
11
mech
piece
there.
body.
What about that
yeah.
mech? Can you use that mech?
You can use mechs at certain times, but they're like...
What? There's Gundams in this, and you haven't
Yeah, I
even
told
told
you
me
that.
that?
I did!
Wait, what?
At the start! I said that you start in one of these, like, sweet Gundam-ass mechs.
I don't remember the word Gundam. I recall...
I'm pretty sure I said the word Gundam.
Instantly tickling something in my brain. I'm not a Gundam guy, don't get me wrong, but Gundams are cool.
Yeah.
I more prefer the Tony Stark version of Gundams, aka a sleeker, more human-looking suit.
We do get that weapon.
I do like mechs as well, and these more anime-looking Gundams.
Oh shit, Ryan.
Anime.
Are we gonna tell 16D about 11B's attempted desertion, or should we keep those plans to ourselves?
I think we should keep them to ourselves.
Okay.
I don't think we should tell her. You told her. Why did you tell her?
I didn't.
Oh, sorry. It looked like on the menu item you did. I didn't know which one was selected.
Oh, 11B and I were in a relationship. Interesting.
Okay.
She promised to protect me, and it all seemed so romantic at the time. But now she can't. Yeah, okay, now I'm glad we didn't tell you. I've been thinking of converting to a combat model like you and her.
Yeah, we need you for the war to come. Yep.
Yeah, see. Anyway, thank you. Oh, here, you should take this.
Later, 16D.
Okay, thanks for 5,000 gold and 200 experience.
And all that, yeah. Then you completed the quest. Get in that mech.
I'm gonna see if that sword's better. It's probably not because it's a standard Yorha blade, but you know. Oh no, this thing's garbage. Which was what I expected.
Just sell that shit usually?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I didn't know if there was any like other systems for items that you do stuff with, like.
I don't believe so. Let's head back to our room. Haven't been there in a
So
while.
other than the skills menu where you're putting in chips and for your pods, what else do you get from leveling up? Like do you?
I'm pretty sure that's it, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. There's no like proper skill tree or anything where you're using experience points.
No.
Experience points are literally just for your level ups that are automatic level ups, like in Final Fantasy and stuff, where it's like all your stats just automatically get better. You don't make any decisions.
Well, it's just that you have more memory to put in more chips, I think.
Oh, so other stats, like behind the level stats, aren't even getting better otherwise when you level up. Like
I
you're not getting more
believe
attack
so?
or more health or anything like that.
Yeah, I don't
All
think
that's
so.
all that's just from the stuff you can put in slots, essentially.
I
so that's
think
all,
so.
So then all leveling up gives you more slots. Okay. Hey, you can sleep in that bed. Hey, sure. What does this do? Whoosh.
I think this might send you back to the menu. I can't remember.
Good night, 2B. Hey, we'll save. I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it'll just send you back to the menu if you hit no.
Space. These are the voyages of 2B. Her mission. To fight
Okay,
robots.
that's just the usual thing. I don't need to change your combat style.
Books everywhere. Oh, that's such a good
Yeah,
enemy. It's like it sucks out. Like, you know what I mean? Like it comes forward, like back a bit, like it's sucking out air and then goes up. It's great.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh, it's like suction cup effect. I love it. Just gonna go in everyone's rooms. You can just sleep in all their beds. I love it.
Nope. Can't
Oh
sleep in
no,
bed.
you can't. Look at that. Well, maybe it's just because you're already well rested.
No, I'm pretty sure it's because I'm in somebody else's bed. Oh, 9S's room.
I mean, Goldilocks could do it. Why can't you?
I can sleep in his bed.
What are they implying there?
Oh no, 9S very clearly has some sort of a situation going on with 2B, but she is non-responsive.
Yeah, you can sleep in his bed. I'm just saying.
Yeah, because he's meant to be an assistant to me. He won't be sleeping there.
I think he wants you to sleep in his bed.
I think he does too.
I think what happened there was he subtly hinted, "Hey, you know, if you can't go to your room 3 steps down the hall,
Yeah.
got a bed right here, huh? You know, just say it. It's a single, just like yours, but I'll stand. I can stand. I'll just watch you."
That's about his skill level with women, to be honest. He kept early on. He was trying to get her to call him 9s, and she was like, "No."
Oh man, I love it.
doing that.
9s, like 5s.
Yeah.
Oh boy, 5s.
From
5s and 9s.
Clone Wars.
They'd get on. Hey, they'd hang out.
Yeah.
SharePlay stops in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
We didn't see a boss.
No, we didn't.
You should have planned this out. See, that's the
2B.
thing.
Your
Yeah, I
timing
really
is
should've.
impeccable. Our android forces currently have a carrier deployed in the Pacific Ocean. It should be back here to resupply before too long.
Good
the
to know.
Resistance is assisting with the mission, so I'd like to ask you to run a little guard duty.
Okay.
Seriously?
Great. Most exciting
Dead
of
serious.
missions.
There's a stockpile of missiles down at the shoreline.
That
needs
actually
to be
sounds rad
loaded
as
on the
fuck.
carrier. And with all the machine activity
What? It's a
lately,
guard mission. That means
we
you're
need
going to
to
stand
stay
there
on
and
our
fight hordes
toes.
of enemies.
Of
Hell
course.
yeah.
If you're already working on something for Yorha, I don't mind if that takes priority. Anyway, thanks in
You know where any
advance.
bosses are, lady? That's what we're looking for.
Something a recon expedition before us.
Because I heard that's other than the narrative that's the other big draw of the game is that at a certain point it turns into a lot of good quality bosses.
Yes.
Environments with the
What if-
bosses. So if we don't show a boss, I mean, I feel like we'll be letting ourselves down here.
I don't know where any are, man. I had just fought one before we did, before the last time I stopped playing. So.
City near the ruins tower, machine examination 2. Yeah, you don't know where they are.
No. I was doing my best. But every time I go to one of these Yorha betrayal areas, nothing is in them. It's so strange.
Maybe you just haven't found what's it's hidden. Something.
They're way too well hidden. Yeah.
What
Well,
about that resistance disappearance?
that was one of those side ones. That was oops, that's not what I want.
Yeah, see, I don't understand how you know what's a side one and what's not, but okay.
I'm guessing, Ryan.
Maybe
I'm
just
completely
maybe just
honest.
based on the clients.
Yeah.
You're assuming certain clients are higher priority or something in the story.
Yeah. Like, your commander is the one who told me to do this, right? So
How long is this game, you think? Do you know? 60 hours or something?
Probably something like that. Between all, like, doing, like, the 5 playthroughs or whatever, I would say probably that.
I wonder if, yeah, so... Well, there's still lots of the game map you haven't seen, so...
Oh, yeah,
I'm sure there's still lots to do.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that'll probably do it.
Interesting. It seems long.
Yes.
Seems like a good game to chill into if you're in the mood for a RPG for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
It seems like there's more going on than what we were able to show based on what we've seen thus far anyway.
Yes. That is...
Maybe we will return to this at some point when Kyle has had a better time to get the plan,
yeah,
get the scope, and show something more specific.
Yes. I had a good time though, just kind of wandering around having chats about Rocky.
Indeed. Oh yeah, I never finished that little thing. I was going to tell you that Rocky in 6, that on top of the whole premise of how they set the fight up is that on top of being the restaurateur, Rocky is just kind of like telling stories, fight stories, and then some like sports show like ESPN decides to run a simulation to see if modern day or Rocky in his prime would beat the current undefeated champion of boxing in his prime, right?
Yeah.
And then like Rocky wins in the simulation, so this boxer's like gets super mad, right? And then Rocky decides to have an exhibition match with him and come out of retirement, despite the fact that he's like 60.
Yeah.
And then he trains with Apollo Creed's old former coach.
I'm sure it goes really well.
It is.
No, I'm sure that the match goes really well.
It does.
Oh, good. Good for Rocky.
It's a good watch. That's a good movie. It's an inspirational watch.
Yeah. Well.
It's yeah. SharePlay will stop in 1 minute. So that'll basically cover us here.
Yeah. Thank you for joining me on this episode, Ryan.
We got far. We got more far than we got near any bosses, anyway. But you're currently very near those propane tanks.
That is true.
You and them have a relationship.
Yes. I'll step away. But thank you for joining me on this episode, Ryan.
They fuel your fire.
And next time, I think it's your turn to play something.
It is. I don't know what I'm playing.
Well, that's good.
I'll pick something. I haven't decided yet, but
that's okay.
It'll be something. It'll be a video game.
That'll be back next week. And until then, everyone, thanks for joining us as always. We'll see you in the next one.
Check out Nier if you're interested.
Yeah, also that. Check out Nier. Near,
hang up.
Far, wherever you are.
I don't know the rest of the song.
I don't either. I've never seen Titanic.
Oh.